I can put my face on the screen, I think. What is going on, Harry? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. What is idiotic? What is going on? Are you okay? Is everything fine? I am there. I am there. My face might be a little bit... I'm still... I am live, yes. I don't know if my... Is that gain? I hate the webcam. I need to configure it again. I need to configure it again, but the screen that I configure it at is rubbish, so I can't really tell if, like, it's good or not. Like, it looks good to me right now. It just doesn't mean that it's gonna look good to everybody. My face. I mean my face. Comrade Lenin for America, welcome to the stream. Good evening. Just setting up, getting my wrist bracer on and all that. Let's launch the game. Let's bring the mouse sensitivity down a little bit so I can click on things without... No, not new one. Don't do that. There we go. Idiot Twitch showed me that you are offline, but in that small side player, it was showing you're live. But the footage was from last stream. It took like 6 refreshes to make it work, says Harry. Yeah, I wonder, like, if it's got anything to do with the very beginning of the stream. I know a lot of streamers. Like, stream for a long while before they actually go live, like for 10 minutes. And it just allows people to, you know, get the notifications and flow in and get ready for the stream and all that. I do that as well. And I meant to do that. But then I didn't click on live. And, so I said hi to nobody. Because I said hi, then I said that I was going to need to get some socks on. And then I went and got my socks on. But then I noticed that I said hi to nobody. I mean, it's recorded. It just didn't stream. Because I started my stream with just my slippers. And without any socks. And I knew that is a recipe for me to have a sore throat by the end of the stream. And I don't want that. So, Veronica, wait here.
Should have brought something to read.
Eddie, he's got all the magazines. Okay. So we're gonna need to go in there. Let me look at the quest markers over here. Or, really not the quest markers, but the, yeah, it's also called here 16C. It's 18C in my room. Or it was 18C. Now it's 19C. But that's cool enough for me to not feel comfortable if I just, you know, don't have slippers on. Also have hiccups. Always hiccups. What am I looking at? It's a mission for the... Who is it a mission for? That's the one. You can depend on me. Acquire the Gunrunners' manufacturing specification from their factory. That's gonna be really easy, isn't it? It's gonna be really easy. Mostly because... No, it isn't gonna be easy. Who's detecting me? Everybody's detecting me. Eddie, give me one of the stealth boys. Because I'm gonna need to use one, and I might need to use two. I really would like to not have to use it before I get in. But that is gonna be a thing. So, stealth boy goes in, hidden, and let's get in to the Gunrunners arsenal thing. It shouldn't be a it shouldn't be a problem. We still only have 30 bobby pins. I think in Fallout 3 you accumulate hundreds of them. In this game, not so much. Okay, my karma is going down, but maybe it should be going up. I need to go in here. We're absolutely trespassing, and we have a quest marker in here. So I am gonna continue sneaking. Just take a look-see. Some of these things. Say hi to the people. There's people working. Says caution. There's a gun runner terminal over here. Download manufacturing specifications. Processing complete. Vendortron naming. Seriously, can we stop calling the Vendortron a Vendortron? Let's give the thing a proper name, like Bob. We're not calling it Bob. We'll vote on it at the end of the week. Please, please, please come up with something decent. Missile Launcher 7 for Camp Gamora. Camp Gamora? Wait, what? Camp McCarran. Missiles 200. We'd like this order expedited, if possible. The situation at the dam requires it. And persona non grata, one of the Crimson Caravan guards, identified as Robert Wilson, decided it would be funny to take a shot at our Vendotron. He's lucky he didn't get a 308 through his idiot skull. We're currently negotiating with McLafferty for reparations, but in the meantime, we need to update the Vendotron's recognition software to filter out all Crimson Caravan employees. We'll also need to pull some strings over at McCarran and get them temporarily barred from purchasing ammo there as well. So we got the thing that we came here for. Just some people working. I think they're enemies. I'm not sure. No, they are definitely enemies. The quest marker is showing them as enemies. Could go and look around a little bit. There's... Wow. Yeah, I'm out of here. That guy went and checked. Don't know how, but he did. Veronica?
Aw.
Let's go. Okay, so that's just an optional... Oh, now I'm going to be sort of invisible right now. I can tell McLafferty that the Crimson Caravan now owns Cassidy Caravans. But I also want to get Cass to join me. So let's do that. So hand the gun runner's manufacturing specification over to Alice McLafferty. Convince Henry Jameson to quit his position at the Crimson Caravan Company. We could do that one as well, since we're here. But he's in the... He's in Freeside? Really? Okay, well, Veronica, do you... I didn't...
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
I wasn't gonna. Just didn't sell that, you know. Go... let's talk.
What's up?
Oh, we can ask her questions about her mission. Dark God of Thuru, thank you so much for the subscription once again. Thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. Hey, Colonel, you say. Yeah, hey. Your character... No, it wasn't your character. Your character did very well today. I was recording some 22 months. My God, Dark God of Thuru, thank you so much. Your character was doing very well today. I was recording some Battle Brothers, and yeah, it was a tricky mission. I think it goes up not tomorrow, but in like in 2 days. It goes up, the episode that I recorded today. Very, very nice. Can you repeat the sender to my question? The answer probably to my question. My internet was bad a while ago. Oh, I didn't answer. Have you watched Vinland Saga? I have not. Is that Vikings or something? Because Vinland, isn't that America just in general? I have not watched it. But actually, I've not heard of it. I know what Vinland is supposed to be. That's the original name that the Europeans gave to America. What's up, Colonel? Colonize. I'm finally pulling my weight. He says. What your typos today, Dark God of Thuru? They're all over the place. Yes, it's a Viking anime. Oh, it's an anime. Oh, no, I have not watched it. The last anime that I watched. I haven't watched anime in a while. Mostly since I started doing YouTube, but not exactly. I still watched a few anime after I started doing YouTube. Trying to remember the last one that I watched. I didn't have a bad... No, I did have a bad time. I didn't like it very much. I think it was Nico Monogatari, I believe. It was. I just watched like half of it, and I didn't watch everything. I just completely messed up. It looks like I'm drunk. I wish, says Arcaro. Yes, it does look like you're drunk. But don't worry. It's just how it goes. It's pretty good, historically accurate. That's an interesting thing. I like historically accurate stuff. I wanted to talk about the technology we're looking for.
What are your thoughts?
Well, like I said, yeah, it's good.
Okay, I won't.
It's good. It's time for us to part ways.
Why does everyone always say that?
It's fine. We'll meet at the Lucky 38. That would be an interesting thing. Yeah, Lucky 38.
Nice. Can I order room service?
Feel free. So, she's gone. And, excuse me, Mr. Bob.
Welcome, sir or madam.
His name is not Bob.
I am ready to...
To be Bob. I need to just sell him the Brotherhood armor, which is definitely a good decision. I don't know. They're the same, so we're good there. And then these things, I'll hang on to them. How are they so cheap, even though they're supposed to be good? I'm not so certain about that. Goodbye.
Come back.
Yes. So, invisible though I may be, let's have a chat with Cassidy. But before that, let's go to Goodsprings and drop this armor off. Yeah. Let's drop this armor off because I don't want to sell it. The Vault 34 security armor. I don't know if there's other vaults that have similar security armor. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. But more importantly, it's on the way. We can fast travel. And we don't really lose too much time. Yes. Oh, I'm not wearing a helmet. Well, I guess I'm not wearing a helmet. We also should check Bob out, but probably not going to be an issue. Because because we're going to get Cassidy, so... Not Bob. Rex. We also should try to get Rex on our way north, since we're going to the strip anyway. Cassidy. She's not there. She's over here.
Hello.
Hello. People all over. Hey, Cass.
You come around like a bad habit.
You always say that. So I can ask her... You could come with me.
Go with you? And why the hell would I do that?
I think the last time I asked her that, she might have said that I have too many people on the team. Do you really want to stay in this shithole?
The outpost lost its charm about 3 bottles ago. And that was just this morning. Walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than here, that's for sure. All right, I'm in.
Cass has given you the Whiskey Rose perk. And now, let's see what you have. She has 7 pounds
Let's see
worth.
what you got.
That's what I said. She has a lot of stuff, actually. Or, by a lot of stuff, I mean, not really. We do want to talk to her as well. But she gave me a bad thing. I don't know where it is, though. I'm gonna need to find it. It's a bottle. What? Didn't she give me a bottle? An empty bottle of something? There it is. I don't need that. So what exactly... I think it's... that perk is if I'm drunk or something. Whiskey Rose. Let's see. While Cass is a companion, she and the player gain gain damage threshold when they drink whiskey. Additionally, the player does not suffer intelligence loss from consuming alcohol and ignores the negative effects of alcohol addiction. Doesn't mean that you're not addicted to alcohol. It just means that you ignore the effects. So, let's talk.
Well, now that I'm free of the outpost...
Harry approves of
if
this.
you'd mind making a detour. I'd like to pay my respects to the end of Cassidy Caravans. Check out the site where they died.
I haven't been playing this game for a while. Yeah. I'm gonna say... Well, actually, I can check. I think we're at around... probably 50 hours. Level 13. Yeah, it's all... it's how it is. It's all the... I ramble a lot, for one, and also we hear all the dialogues and all that sort of stuff. Where was your caravan hit?
Upside of Vegas, here, Tal. Trapped at the Mojave outpost. So I wasn't able to run there when I heard. Been weeks since it was hit. So the site's probably a Cazador nest by now.
We're taking some whiskey then. How did you catch word of it?
Got word back on what happened from Rangers.
20 hours of rambling makes sense, yeah.
To identify it.
Think there's anything left?
only wishful thinking on my part, most likely. At the least, I'd like to pay my respects. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much.
I keep forgetting that she lost her caravan. She keeps talking about losing her caravan, but she also lost the people in the caravan. And, yeah, sort of only now really realizing that. Let's go then.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
It's good.
Some of the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over-inquisitive NCR border guards. There might be something left. If I'm there with you, shouldn't be hard to spot. And I'd prefer to see the bodies with my own eyes.
It is pretty good that I'm getting her right now, since I'm doing finishing the Crimson Caravan quest right now. I wonder if she's going to have anything to say when we do that. I have other questions.
Ask them then.
Well, it's not a surprise during a 3-hour stream, Colonel RPG uses 1.5 hours to rent and another half of an hour being killed by stuff. Actually, well, it depends on the streams. It depends on the streams. Since I go over the streams for this game anyway, I can tell you that you're not too far off. I would say probably between half an hour and an hour of a 3-hour stream is me just interacting with you directly. Not counting all the answers that I give midway through dialogues as well. Did you watch Josh Sawyer's Fallout New Vegas streams last week? I did not. Backoff, welcome to the stream, by the way. I didn't have time to do that. I meant to, but I just didn't. I didn't show up because time is always an issue for me. I wanted to. I knew he was gonna stream. I even retweeted that, but yeah. Watch the VODs. Amazing info and stories. I have to. I absolutely have to. Maybe tomorrow at work. Good stuff. Thank you for letting me know. Where did you get that pendant?
Gift for my dad, along with my name. Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Mom said he got the name out
Is that
of
supposed to be a
some old
rose?
book about dirt pilgrims.
Nice.
Name sure sounds sweet, though. Anyway, pendant's a little rose. Originally thought it was one of Mom's tribal necklaces, but no. Came from Dad.
Her mom, we actually know her in default, like in the original Fallout 2, not even in the restored content. There's a mission with Cassidy. No, it's not. No. Her mother. Yeah, we never learned of her mother. And that would... She was already born by the time Fallout 2 happened, right? I think so. I need to look at the times, though. But it's pretty straightforward to see where Fallout 2 happened. I think Fallout 2 happens... No, she must have been either born right after or right before. I don't know. But, yeah, I was thinking of Vic's wife. Vic's wife is actually a different character. Vic is a different character, obviously. But Vic's wife is... you deal with her. Funnily enough, in Vault City as well, because that's where her dad was. Your mother was a tribal.
You know, like one of the tribes from the east.
I know
We got
her
'em
father,
west,
yes.
too. NCR's herding them up, though, domesticating them. Mom was from east of the Colorado, though. Not sure what tribe. Was before the time Caesar rounded them up, made them legion. She walked a hell of a way.
We're gonna learn
to
about
cross
that
paths
later.
with my dad, and he convinced her to stop walking. And lucky for me, he was a horny old bastard.
Lucky for you, that's one way to put it.
Didn't ask Mom to elaborate. Never heard her complain about his bedroom behavior. Only complain he wasn't around to do it no more.
I wonder how he died. I don't think she mentioned it yet. But Cassidy had a heart issue. You can actually heal... Well, you can't in the original game. You need to patch it with the unofficial patches and whatnot. But you can cure his heart condition. I'm not sure if curing is the right word, but there's some heart medicine that you can use and give it to Cassidy. And also, if you give him a stim pack... Sorry, not a stim pack. If you give him a super stim pack, he dies because his heart gives out. And that happened to me in the last Let's Play that I did of Fallout 2. And I never heal my companions when I'm playing by myself, because if they just start taking too much damage, I just reload. But when I'm doing a Let's Play, then, it's different. And then I was trying to play the game normally and all, and then he dies. And I'm like, well, there goes Cassidy. I don't remember exactly how the death animation was. He might have just fallen over dead. Or he might have had that sound that just... I can't imitate it well enough. Tell me about your dad.
Not much to tell. He ended up walking east one day.
It
when
was
I
a stream,
young and
Twitch
never
stream,
came
yes,
back.
Harry.
Not a family deserter like some, though. Mom died waiting for him, and she had me to raise. She was sick, but she held off dying until I was old enough to be getting into trouble with the boys. As for Dad, I figure he just got himself lost or dead. Happens. And I'm not all boo-hoo about it, so save your glass for someone who's crying.
Any idea why he went east?
Not a clue. When he left, I was too in my crib to understand why, and around the time Mom passed, I was too into my teens to listen. Got his name, got this pendant, and that's about it.
Where'd you learn to shoot?
Short of caps is what taught me mostly. Ammo's expensive, so I learned to make every shot count. And hear tell my dad was a crack shot, so I don't want to dirty the family name. Not out of pride. Respect.
Nah, he wasn't that good. I mean, he's a pretty good shot, but he's average. Actually, now that I think about it, the best sniper in the, well, it's not really snipers, it's small arms, perception-based companion. I think the best one is Skynet. Spoilers. Because you're like, what? Skynet? If you've never played Fallout 2, you're like, what do you mean? Yeah, it's a reference. But I think it's Skynet. If you make Skynet as best as you can, I think she has 12 perception or something ridiculous like that, but even the lower ones is like 9, and I think Cassidy has 8 perception and is long gun specialist, or rather not long guns but small arms or small guns. Is it small guns? I think it is small guns in Fallout, but then again, most of your companions are small guns. The thing is, what happens in Fallout 2 though is that certain characters, the last few times I played, you can give them whatever weapon you want, I think. But what happens is kind of an interesting thing. Certain companions have specific animations and specific not character portraits, whatever, the sprites. The characters have only a certain amount of animations. So if you want to give like a bazooka to Sulik, for example, actually a bazooka to Sulik, he doesn't wear it because it's heavy, it's big guns. But if you want to give a sniper to Sulik, that probably wouldn't be an issue because Sulik has the sprite. I think has the normal tribal sprite. But Cassidy, I think, has a unique sprite. And so does Vic. And so what happens is, because they need to animate every type of weapon, I don't think they have all the animations, so they're sort of limited to a certain type of weapons. I think that's a limitation of the game that they sort of use to force you to give them the weapons that they prefer. You can actually ask them what they like. Where did you learn how to handle dynamite?
Dynamite's for when you don't have enough bullets, want to clear a path,
Long Gun
or scare off
Johnson.
geckos from a caravan. Some of Twister's Out of the Divide can block off a
Why
path
are
in
the
no
comments
time.
doubled?
So you
That's
learn how to
an
handle
interesting
powder,
question.
so you don't get trapped somewhere. Any event, I prefer shooting if it comes down to an argument. Don't worry, I'll carry my weight if a disagreement arises.
Defense Network computers, new, powerful, hooked into everything, trusted to run it all. They say it got smart, a new order of intelligence. Is that how Terminator? No, that wouldn't be the Terminator. Which one is it? Is it the Terminator? It is the Terminator. Is that how it starts? I never watched the Terminator. I think I did, actually. I think I watched the second one. The one where he goes around with 2 shotguns on a motorcycle. That might be the first. I don't know. I was very young, and I didn't go back and watch it. Any other weapons you know how to use?
What, you mean like spears? No, none of that.
Oh,
Mom
first
was
Terminator.
tribal, but she didn't teach me anything like that.
I've heard enough. Let's move on.
All right, then.
We have a mission.
Trailblazing as long as we got the ammo. And
Yep.
whiskey.
And whiskey, indeed. We have a mission to do. And I'll also talk to her again, because...
So, what, we chase that little cocksucker down or what? He's gotta stop running sometime, and that's when we'll get him.
There's a lot of questions here. Hey, Cass.
So, you talked to a big movie screen. Feeling like I'm walking down a yellow brick road and there's bad news at the end.
Well... Oh my god, there's... Is she supposed to be like a normal companion? Is she a major companion that you're supposed to get early on, and she comments about all the things? Guess that that was a Wizard of Oz reference, another movie that I haven't watched. She's a major companion, yes. She comments about all the things. I know the only... Oh, written by Avalon mostly. Oh, okay. I thought Veronica was written by Avalon as well. Hey, Eddie. I need to drink. But not whiskey. Hey.
So, what? We chase that
And
little cocksucker down?
that's
or
how
what?
we get that into the
He's
Let's
gotta
Play.
stop running sometime, and that's when we'll get him.
I think she's talking about... I forget his name. Benny?
All right, then.
Benny, I think? I think she has more questions that I can ask.
So,
Benny, that's the
you
one. Thank you.
talked to a big movie screen. Feeling like I'm walking down a yellow brick road and there's bad news at the end.
I think that's a reference to the Wizard of Oz. How do I know it's a reference to the Wizard of Oz? Because Harry actually told me in chat right now, and I have never watched the movie. But it is. That's what it is. Well, in the meantime, he's giving me a suit. Sorry. How is it pronounced? Sweet? I think it's sweet. At the Lucky 38.
Does it come with its own death claw?
Skin him alone.
Trust me, if you can't see it, something just as nasty's waiting. Whole Lucky 38. The idea that there's this casino in the middle of a town of people, and only you're ever let inside, feels like other places I've been. Something that isolated from everyday folks starts to take on a bad shine.
I had other questions.
Ask him then.
Well, yes. You any good in the fight?
I'm fair with chucking dynamite, not bad with a pistol.
Colonel is siding with the wizard this
myself.
playthrough. I am indeed.
Carry a knife too, but that's more for practical reasons.
That's
Prefer
an
throwing
interesting
things
way
with
of
fists,
saying
though.
it.
Made more friends than corpses in bar fights.
I am, Dark
Plan
Brother
on
too.
keeping it that way. Don't think I'm some kind of Vault City pacifist, though. If things get heated, I'll start shooting. Trust me.
A Vault City pacifist. That is a portrayal of Vault City that I am not fully on board with. Either... Wow. Either... I don't know what to say about that. Either Vault City changed, like, canonically, and... which it could be, because in the time she grew up, maybe Vault City became a little bit of a pacifist sort of thing. Which, if my options that I usually make in Fallout 2 had any effect, then it would sort of become that. But Vault City is not really a pacifist state. In fact, it has what I think passes for apartheid. Although it's the analogy has its limitations. But it's supposed to be. I think the game tries to portray them as bigoted, and they are definitely bigoted against ghouls. There's the whole thing with a power plant, but more than anything, it's a seclusive community that very much fears the outsiders. So the analogies are kind of complicated, but it's got freaking turrets on the outside. The moment you enter Vault City, there's super miniguns on top of the gates, and they canonically shoot the raiders. There's like these bunch of mercenaries or something. I don't think they're called mercenaries. They're called something when you find them in the middle of the mountains in Fallout 2. I'm talking specifically about Fallout 2, obviously. And that's the other questions that I missed. Is whiskey your drink of choice?
Not sure if I chose it or it
Sierra
chose me.
Madre, inspired by the great High Sierra
Dad
Madre
ran a
movie,
bar a long
or High
time
Sierra
ago,
movie.
and it was a labor of love, Mom said. Didn't sound like it
I've
made
never
her
used
happy.
religion before.
Still, I'm guessing I got some of Dad's love of whiskey in me because the burn suits me fine.
Am I missing
Used
out,
to call me Whiskey Rose back
Astar
west, before I punched in a
Pacifists exist behind strong military. That's not how it works.
and when I'm not around.
Whiskey Rose.
Yeah, on account of my name. And the blossoms on my cheeks when I drink too much. Won most of those fights, too. Can take a hell of a punch and give it right back when I've got a bottle in me. It's all in how you drink it, though. There's a trick to it. When we pass the bottle, I'll show you how it's done.
Yeah, it's the perk that she gives me. Where do you usually go to drink?
There's usually a bar in every stop along the road. Helps me sleep. Well, not really, but I tell myself that. Sometimes I have to brew it myself if I'm too far from a bar.
I might do something
Not
with
quality,
the Legion
but
in
I'm
this
for anything
playthrough.
that takes the edge off the day.
We'll see. Wait, you can make moonshine?
Yeah. What else you gonna do with an empty bottle? Wait for it to refill itself? Get me some ingredients out of the Mojave, an empty bottle, a little time, and I'll keep us stocked.
It's a recipe. So, maize, 2 mud fruits, yeast, and fission battery for the acid, I assume, potentially. Although, it's not a... Fission battery would be a solid-state battery. It wouldn't have acid. Yeah. It wouldn't have acid. It's just, I think it's just supposed to be a joke. I had other questions.
Ask 'em then.
How do you get started in the caravan business?
Started?
I love how she
Do it like a
thinks.
fish to water. Well, if you know what a fish is.
Yes. Do you know what a fish is?
Well, of course I do. It's this slimy, scaled thing. Like a lake lurk, except no legs. Well, most times. They're like birds, except they stay underwater. Anyway, I've seen pictures. One guy even had one above his bar in Reading, except it was made of pre-war plastic. Used to say it could sing, but I figured he was on a jet rush.
Yeah, I believe those things are a thing. Not actually sure which states have the singing fish most prominently. Because that's a thing in America, apparently. So you just started in the caravan.
Actually, it sort of fell on me. My feet get antsy if I stay in one place.
The dude in the
like
back alley that has
Mojave
some...
Outpost.
but that's not the
It's
same
driving
kind of
me
acid.
Crazy, that feeling of being trapped there. So, thanks for that.
So you traveled a lot.
Yeah. West, east, and passed through places enough times people would sometimes pay me some caps to take something to the next town.
What, like a courier?
Well, not as glamorous, I guess. Roads back west were safer in most places. Most.
I'm gonna need to
Anyway,
re-listen
occurred
to
me
most
I
of this
could scratch
dialogue
the
after.
Traveling itch and get paid for it. Cassidy caravans formed around me. Rest is history.
That's actually a huge achievement. That's a huge achievement, considering the... well, it's kind of complicated. In Fallout 1, there's only like 3 real caravan companies. And I don't think things got any more spread out in Fallout 2. In fact, there's a few caravans, but they're sort of like either connected to mining or they're directly under the wing of each major faction. Questions?
Ask 'em then.
How's caravan life in the Mojave?
Well, I'm not one for soft living or soft men, let me tell you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. On both counts.
Yeah, he's pretty hard. As if you maybe not in the... So it doesn't work the other way. He's not soft. Let's go with it. Well, it still doesn't work. It's fine. Cass, not sure I understand your answer.
The caravan fighting here in the Mojave, it's been downright brutal. The
I
amount
didn't
of caravans
I didn't set out to
used
make it
for ammo
awkward on
alone.
purpose.
And if it's not raiders, powder gangers, it's NCR tolls. They need to get the money from somewhere, even if it's Vegas bound.
Do you deal mostly with NCR?
Anyone wise does. Vegas families pay on time, from what I've heard. Even the Omertas.
Oh,
The white gloves pay on time, but they're creepy. Deal with anyone else, though. You're taking a big risk.
Even the kings? What about the Caesar's Legion?
The Legion? What about them? I don't trade caps or supply anyone who keeps slaves and treats women like Brahmin in those camps of theirs.
Do they deal with any caravans at all?
There's some caravans that deal with the Legion, yes. And as much as it pains me to say it, any caravan marked by the Legion is safe as houses. They guard
Safe
their
as
roads,
houses.
their supply lines. Even fiends would hesitate before going after any trader dealing with Legion.
You sound frustrated.
I am. If NCR took the same stand and committed patrols to the roads,
This is pretty important.
then I'd think that'd solve a lot of their problems right there. But they don't. Caravans get butchered in the Mojave all the time, like mine. And so fucking close to Vegas, you could see it from the wall.
What a curious thing. Like, look at this first option here. There must be good parts to the Republic. This answer, like, it's not a short thing, but this answer, I think, sort of makes it that her line was supposed... Like, doesn't it make it sound like this is an answer to her saying, oh, the Republic is all bad things? It does, right? There must be good parts of the Republic, because you're being very defensive otherwise. If you just, it can't be all bad, to her just having a minor criticism. So I think she's supposed to come across as just being heavily critical of the NCR, which she wasn't. However, she wasn't because, that she's just, she's heavily critical from a personal standpoint, but from her because it's personal because she had a caravan. But from an overall standpoint, all she's saying is that the NCR doesn't protect the caravans that are bound for NCR settlements. But like, it's a political issue. But I think the implication here, and look at that, even the second answer is very much like that. NCR sounds like it has a lot to answer for. It's negligence. It's like the biggest criticism that can levy as a character is this, and what she's portraying the NCR as is negligent or incompetent. And we should probably keep those two things in the back of our minds. So far, we sort of have seen a little bit of characterization for the NCR in both of those counts. A little bit, but not too much. Mostly the NCR comes across as bureaucratic, as inefficient. But for it to take a decision to not patrol to not defend the caravans, really, that's just irresponsible, and it would make more sense for me to say that the NCR, it sounds like the NCR has a lot to answer for.
NCR tries. It's just that trying doesn't mean a whole lot when you're paying your respects to the dead. And Legion, from what I
No, it makes sense, Back Awful. Absolutely makes sense. I'm just sort of reading into the way it's phrased.
Like some NCR quartermasters do. You're lucky if you turn a profit sometimes if some new officer gets assigned a route.
Yeah.
The fees just get worse.
Any other differences between Legion and NCR?
Much as I hate the Legion, caravan life would be a hell of a lot easier if they ran the roads. Well, as long as those companies were run by men.
I wish they have added
and that's the biggest
some
issue
caravans
I
designed
see.
for Van Buren.
And it's a shame. But I think
you mean
there's people on the NCR side who feel more
vehicles?
strongly than I do.
What do you mean?
Some caravans deal with the Legion now because the security. If towns could get the same protection, a lot more tempting than you'd think. A bunch of people would be willing to side with the Legion to not have to worry about fiends and boomers and powder ganger attacks. It's not hard for some folks to sell freedom when the alternative is worse. Especially if being with NCR is going to get you an Legion cross.
So what do you think of the NCR?
NCR's my country, and I support it. Anyone who says otherwise, I'll feed them my knee. I know which side of the firing line I'm on in the Mojave, just so you know.
Yeah, this is the underlining. Well, it's another underlining of what the NCR stands for, as a metaphor for. Even her stance is very much traditional of the attitude of Americans who have the same gripes that she has. Well, I mean, not directly the same, because anyway, but you support it no matter what.
I'm not some blind, flag-saluting, do-as-they-will NCR lover. They're family. But let me tell you what family means. You ever had a brother?
I like that I said what I said before.
Younger brother, say, who knocked up the pastor's daughter, can't hold a job, and is home away as a jail cell?
Oh, that's a cool idea, Harry.
Their compass is spinning all the time.
So they lack direction.
They try to put their stake in everything they see. Nobody's dick's that long. Not even Long Dick Johnson, and he had a fucking long dick. Thus the name.
Yeah, I got that part. Thanks.
So NCR.
I don't know why I had a choice to that.
Everything.
To have that.
They can't. because it's too big for them to get their arms around. They can't guard the roads. They can't put a line of troops around the Mojave. It's just greed that makes the heads back west even try.
So the Mojave suffers.
Aside from the people in the towns, it's the soldiers that suffer for it most. Ever seen NCR troops asked to go after gangs at 3-to-1 odds? That bear flag doesn't make them bulletproof. And when those gangs were caused by NCR in the first place, like the Powder Gangers, Caesar on a crutch. Don't get me started there.
Yeah, and we have seen this as well. We have seen comments about how the NCR troopers are not well outfitted, which shows that they're seen as disposable. But we have also seen situations where they are very much thrown to the wolves and there's no backup. There's other alternatives.
Look, and what I'm about to say, I don't mean as any offense to you. I know where your sympathies lie.
Does she?
I wouldn't want the
I don't.
Brotherhood or the Followers or the Vegas families running the Mojave. All of them are a different kind of fuck-up. NCR just has some shaping up to do. Maybe Caesar kicking them in the nuts is a nice wake-up call, is all I'm saying. I just wish Caesar would kick the heads of NCR, not the feet. I've fucked a soldier in my time. They don't need to get fucked by their orders.
I don't remember. I don't think. Yeah, I didn't side with the NCR in my first playthrough of the game, so I don't know if they indeed get kicked in the nuts by the Legion and straighten up. But I don't think they would. It's sort of like it sort of defeats. I don't know if the NCR has it can be saved, as it were. Because it sort of defeats the theme of the whole the faction. To see it as a redemption arc, or to give it a redemption arc through the traditional means of being attacked, sort of goes against my point is, why would the NCR be any different from the United States government? Even though they're not directly descendant from the United States government, they're very much in the same theme, written in the same way. Or I mean, the United States government in Fallout anyway, written in the same way. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would make literary sense for them to give the NCR a redemption arc just through being kicked in the nuts, is what I mean to say. What can you tell me about New Vegas?
Much as anyone else. Cazador Trap. You fly in, the city sucks a pint out of you, then you're out on the street. NCR makes a habit.
Is that what a
of going
Cazador
and dumping
does?
Cash.
That's not what they did to
Only
me.
the strip gets fat off it. Couldn't tell you much more than that. Not really one for.
Hey, Adilagi, welcome to the stream. Good morning.
Water bars in the Mojave to last me.
Do you know anything about Mr. House?
Not much. And I haven't had occasion to look for anything more than that. I've heard what most people know. He's said to run
Morning.
in Vegas. He runs the robots. But, well, no one's really seen him. Well, except you, that is.
Yeah, I did, and it's the whole thing. Can you make some more Can you make me some of your moonshine? That's the sentence here.
Don't have all the ingredients you need. Come back when you have them, and I'd be happy to get something cooking.
What do you mean, come back? That's no come back. We're traveling together. Let's move on.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, so, I need water. I don't know where there is water. Water wouldn't be good over here, though. And we do need to go north, so I suppose I could go to Good Springs. Not cave, although there's water there as well. Good Springs source. There's gonna be geckos here. Where's Jung? Jung, he didn't show up. Look at her mouth. What is wrong with you, Cass? What is wrong with her? It's just one of those things, you know? It's one of those things. Slappy Nixon, welcome to the stream. She has her wax face on. Yep. Where's the power fist? I took it out because it's sort of broken, and I don't like to wasted. Too wasted. She's smiling at us.
First Vegas, now NCR and Legion.
Are we starting over?
Feeling
I'm
more
not
than
starting
a
over.
Redding widow. Hope you can answer them politely, or there's no safe place in the Mojave for you.
Oh, the problem isn't for me. The problem is for everybody else.
All right then.
So she has lines. Does she have lines for everything that we have been through?
Still looking for a place to pitch your tent? NCR, Legion, or Vegas.
Oh,
Seems
the
like
wax
each of
face.
those
Oh,
are
it could
fair
be the
trade,
wax face
no
as
matter
well.
Where you put your foot. All right then. Nothing like turning a snake's trap on itself. That Benny's a slippery fucker. But you
No,
went
no,
up to
no,
him
no.
all right.
I'm just. Okay.
All right then. Inside the lucky 38.
Man, she says everything.
I'm not sure whether that's a blessing or a curse.
What is she suggesting? Yeah. Well, that's a good question.
All right then. Oh, you look like you got something else to say besides ordering me around.
Yeah, and now she has different things. Look at that. We can. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, never mind. Let's move on.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Oh, there's some enemies. That's just some geckos, though. I am all drinked up. So, I want to do two things. As I was saying before, let's go to Freeside Central. I want to get Rex. I hope I can find Rex. We are definitely going to find Rex. Don't worry about it. But I also want to convince this fella over here to...
Thirsty? Horny?
Horny.
The Atomic
Yep.
Wrangler has you covered.
Okay, so... Where... Oh my god, look at all open Freeside. It's enormous. Oh, that is free... Actual Freeside. No. Over here, Atomic Wrangler. Oh, we're going into the Atomic Wrangler. For the
Make a
first...
brief stop at the Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the table's more friendly, and the women are just like the booze.
I think cheaper, I believe. The women are cheaper? Is that what she means? The women are just like the booze. What do you mean? Liquid and watered down? I don't... Well, it's the first time we're coming in here. Nope. Hello.
Good day.
Hello.
You know, I never properly thanked
Sounds nice.
you, but you saved my life.
I can place your accent where you're from.
I can't
I'm
offer
from
you
Portugal.
Anything, but I'll remember this day. Thank you for everything.
He sounds a lot better now. That guy was the one that we got healed out of his addiction, I think.
People say you've been helping out around town. Much appreciated, friend.
I've done a little bit. You know how it goes. We can play the slots. You must purchase chips before you can play this game. Did this fella purchase chips?
What do you need?
I don't know.
Later.
The liquor and women are low quality. Oh. Yeah, so my accent is... I'm Portuguese. That's what you're noticing. Azor, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Been playing some Hades and Disco Elysium. Two great games. I hear many good things about Hades. Hope to visit someday. Yes, we have cakes. It's a great place to have cakes. And there's other things as well to see. It's actually a fairly eclectic country that you can see a lot of stuff, have many different experiences. So let's have a chat with everybody, because there's nobody on stage. And by chat with everybody, I mean let's just see if anybody has a name. Hadrian has a name.
This crazy slang.
Yeah. Wrangler guard over here. Squatter. Gamblers. Oh, that is a person. Okay, so I need to be on the lookout for that. And Bill Ronti. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here.
All right, then. Goodbye.
Oh, he's talking to... Yeah. Hello, Hadrian.
Whoa, baby. Am I looking at a mirror? Or are you
Anamoda.
ugly?
Oh yeah, she's pretty awesome. I don't listen to Fadu all that much, but yeah, she's pretty good. She's about as good as it gets. Although, of course, you can have preferences for different people. Being kicked up from all the casinos is an unmarked quest that gives you a funny perk, says Harry. kicked out, I assume is what Harry says. I might do that then. I kind of want to... Oh, that sounds like a funny thing to do. That's a good thing. You know, one of the freedom... Well, a freedom that that doing the Let's Play that I'm doing of New Vegas the way I'm doing, you know, by streaming the footage and then editing it all together. Freedom that it gives me is to precisely get into certain situations like on purpose. Because on when I'm just, you know, streaming something, or not streaming, when I'm recording something not live, but what I mean is I record unedited. Yeah, unedited. Yeah, so basically when I do a Let's Play that isn't unedited, like things, funny things, random things do happen every once in a while, but it's very, very lucky that they happen. And because I'm editing things, I might make those random things happen on purpose. And that being kicked out of the casinos situation sounds like a lovely thing to happen randomly on purpose. I start my first job next week. Imagine my luck with the whole move between conseils de restriction. What is it called in English? I never know, because it's not councils. It's like parishes, maybe. I don't know. I think in Britain it's parishes, so yeah. You start your new job. Hopefully it goes well, but yeah, if you can't move between the parishes, then it's that sucks. Is it not just for the weekend, though? I thought it was like for the weekend. Is it for the whole country? Oh, like forever? For a while? Oh, that kind of sucks. Yeah, because of COVID. You need a very high luck to beat the casinos. Best go for blackjack. I will. Because I can count the cards, I bet I can't. I'm terrible. Nere, and welcome to the stream. How's it going? Is this your winter beard? Actually, it's sort of a little bit. I need to trim it. I haven't trimmed it in 3 weeks now, and it's actually getting better. It's getting 2nd November and 3rd as well. Oh, okay. So it's just the weekend. No, wait. That would be the 3rd. No, it's the day after the weekend, right? Right? Yeah, Tuesday and Monday and Thursday. Or Monday and Tuesday. That's how it goes. Okay, so it's not too bad. I mean, unless, of course, you need to in those days, which is a pain. We have restrictions. Starting today, actually. The compulsory usage of masks and stuff like that. Upset about the Cyberpunk delay again, asks Nadrian. Not really. I'm not playing it at launch, most likely. And if I am, I'm making something that is gonna... if I'm playing... I'm probably not. I'm definitely not. But if I were to play Cyberpunk 2077 at release, I would do a Let's Play of it. That wouldn't be a normal Let's Play. And everybody would have a laugh, and we'd be, very funny, Colonel. Now where's the proper Let's Play? I live in California, says Slappy Nixon. Probably the highest rate in the world. The highest rate of contagion? Nah. Here in Europe, I think Europe is experiencing a really big spike right now. And I don't know if it's Spain that has the most, but Portugal is getting up high as well. Do you have the same problem where you work? I don't. I work in the same it's very close to my home, so it's not an issue. And I'm actually gonna start only going to work to the office 3 days a week instead of 5. So I'll be working from home twice a week soon. Or actually starting this Thursday. So yeah, there's some changes. It's only me at the office most of the time though. So, are you ready for No Shave November? I never shave. That doesn't count. Trimming the beard is not shaving. I'm starting to think the CD Projekt Red are not nice people. That is true, Narayan. Well, not the people who work there. Not the workers. Although maybe some of the workers are, because people are people. But the higher ups, yes, we know that for a while now. We've known that for. In fact, the sort of reaction the stories that come out of CD Projekt Red are one of the reasons why I was sort of apprehensive about The Witcher 2, and I was pretty apprehensive about The Witcher 3 as well, but it turned out okay. Yeah, playing a melee build, I absolutely am playing a melee build. It's a lot of fun. It's also kind of dangerous and difficult every once in a while, but it's pretty fun. So it's going really well. You have your gaming glove now. My gaming glove, yes I do. I always have it on. It will be a long day on BC. I'm just starting the day, or I'm ending the day, so I have had the glove. I wear the glove all the time. Tell me more about the stories of CD Projekt Red. No, it's just how they fight. The problem with CD Red. If you wanna, I think Jim Sterling has a video about them. I think Jim Sterling has a video about them, and if not, there's a few other channels that might have talked about them. Total Biscuit might have had a video about them at around the time. At around the time The Witcher 3 was released or was about to be released, and I think there's other channels that do that as well, more or less okay. I've seen a few videos. And I have done a little bit of investigation of my own, but I didn't get very far. It's, just internet searches and trying to figure out things by myself, and yeah. But it's just, the higher ups they are. So here's the thing: when you have creative freedom, when you have freedom in general, and you treat people beneath you, in the sense of like in the hierarchy of a company, when you treat them like their own freedom doesn't matter and their own time doesn't matter, then it's very likely that you're going to be a let's put it in nice terms, a hard boss to deal with. And you can think about this in there's many contexts where this happens. And the higher ups at CD Projekt are like that. So they we heard, like, there's stories like this everywhere. There's stories like this in BioWare, in Bethesda. Trying to think of other companies that I could just name a lot of companies and you'd probably find those stories, but I'm trying to think of specific stories that I remember off the top of my head. Square Enix, although as a publisher. Yeah. So there's a lot of companies where this happens. What happens is basically, the higher ups come in and say, I want the game like this, and this, and then everybody gets to work, and they spend a week, or spend a month, or spend a year working on that thing, and then the higher ups come in and say, nah, let's do something different, or let's add this feature, and just do whatever, and experiment on this, and they never decide on what they want to do. And this happens on a lot of different types of work. It happens in my field as well. Except I'm the only programmer, so basically I have total all of the programmers of my company are sort of unionized already because it's just me. So I have a little bit of leverage. I have a lot of leverage actually, based on the how much I kick back, how much I push back on that sort of behavior from the bosses. But even well-intentioned people can do that. To be a good boss, you need to know how to be a good boss. But if you don't even give a damn about being a good boss, then you're going to definitely be a bad boss. Interplay. I don't remember if Interplay had like that. I know that the publisher itself was terrible, but in terms of like pushing people around, that could be a thing, yeah. Unarmed or weapons. I am just doing unarmed only. I haven't fired a single weapon ever. Well, I did do the tutorial, so I did shoot some bottles. You played Disco Elysium? I did. Disco Elysium is amazing. Disco Elysium is amazing on many, many fronts, and definitely the writing is one of them. Game development is a harsh industry. That's the other thing as well. Game development, the problem with the game development is that the developers, or rather, the people who pay the salaries, exploit the fact that the workers love their job to pay them less. And that happens everywhere. And so, yeah, that's just bad, because it just, like... That's bad. Can you it's a system designed so that the people who love their job get fucked. So it just rewards you not loving your job. What a nice system. It's a nice system. Fucking hell. Ubisoft are horrible. Ubisoft are horrible. Absolutely. That's out of the question. But in terms of the thing that I'm talking about specifically, which is messing around with the people who are working, I don't know of any stories from Ubisoft. I'm trying to think of Heroes of Might and Magic. I don't remember what happened with Heroes of Might and Magic, though. There's something that went on with the last game of Heroes of Might and Magic. Valve with Half-Life 3. No, I mean, like... So, I mean, it's kind of complicated, but imagine a simple game. It's a shooter. It's a first-person shooter where you have... you shoot lasers and you kill aliens, and all the work that goes into making a shooter is, you know, you need to program the stuff, you need to make the levels and stuff like that. So if you show, all of a sudden you show up and say, okay, I don't want just lasers, I also want bazookas. Just add bazookas. And you as a person who works on the game, or the team as a whole who work on the game, are immediately going to realize that bazookas are a very different type of weapon from lasers. So your levels are going to need to change because bazookas explode. And so, you know, lasers you can shoot, you know, it's very different. If you shoot a laser a wall right next to you with a laser, it's not going to kill you, but a bazooka is. And on the other side, it's, you know, a bazooka will, maybe you had a level where you had to spend a lot of time killing people with a laser, but now a bazooka kills all the people in a moment. So, you know, everything needs to change. But the people on top who suggested the bazooka because they got that idea out of their ass, that person doesn't have to think about this. They just have to be jerks and say, I want bazookas in my game. That's not a good thing. You cannot do that. That's bad because you need, like, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you need to be very, very receptive to pushback from the team. So when you as a boss go up to this imaginary shooter where you shoot aliens with a laser, when you as a boss show up and say, what about bazookas? You need to be very welcoming of people groaning. Just groaning immediately. You need to be welcoming of that, because there's like inherently a sort of a bias from the workers to not groan to their boss, right? That maybe they're new to the team, or maybe it's just the fact that the boss pays them the money, right? You don't want to groan to your boss, just unless the boss actively incentivizes you to groan, let alone push back. We're not even talking about actually pushing back, because when you're going to push back, you need to be able to. That's the real problem, actually. That's very difficult to make a team work like this. Because the problem is, as a worker, when you're making, let's say, level design for this alien shooter game, you know what I mean? Let's think of level design. The boss proposes bazookas, and the project manager just says, okay, bazookas sound like a fun idea. We're going to get artists working on that, and artists are like, nice, I like bazookas as well. And they're all hyped up. And we're going to get our programmers working on that, and the programmers, that should be an easy fix. Lasers are like hit scan, but bazooka, that's probably easy. We don't have a problem with that. And then the level designers on the other corner are going to be like, I am pretty sure that's going to be a problem. We're going to have to throw away like half our work. Half of our work is just out the window right now with a bazooka idea. And if they just say this, everybody in the team is going to be like, what do you mean? And that question is a problem. It is so difficult for a level designer like, it's not necessarily very difficult, but the point is, it's a very different type of problem for a level designer, because your job is to design levels. It isn't to explain to people who don't know how to design levels why making a change that late in development is a problem. And so that's why lead designers and lead developers and lead artists and all that sort of stuff have a very different job, because not only do they have to manage a team, which is a skill in and of itself, but they also need to be able to communicate not only to the team but also to the higher ups why certain changes cannot happen, and why they have to cost more money, or why there's, you know, times need to change. So when you're a level designer, you're going to need to explain, well, because a bazooka has a hit radius. What is a hit radius? Well, it blows up multiple people at the same time, or this or that, and the levels are designed with this in mind, and you're going to need to explain this, and especially if the thing is, like, this is bad in the face of it, if the company actively discourages this, which is what happens. I remember another one. Rockstar is another company that does this as well, discourages this sort of kickback or pushback. If the company actively discourages this, then it's a problem. And that's why it's difficult. Getting the designers to... It's difficult. It's like, it needs to be a culture inside the team of respect, of being able to hear, and not just even being able to hear. You need to actively incentivize people to tell you why certain things work and why certain things don't work, so that you can start and grow together and iterate and get bazookas into your alien shooting laser game. You know what I mean? It's very complicated. But the thing is, this is when people with good intentions work together. When you start having actual pricks just being shit and thinking let alone when you start looking at how much they earn in comparison to their workers, because that's another issue altogether. It's like, you don't give a shit. I make The Witcher 3, and I'm gonna put whatever crossbows in the game or whatnot. I don't know. I'm just coming up with examples. I don't know if crossbows were a contentious addition to the game. But they were an addition. Somebody had to come up with it. And knowing what we know about Project Red, or CD Projekt Red, it wasn't the Lower Downs that came up with that. Not to mention it's highly competitive. If you lose your job or quit, good luck finding another one. Yeah, Selma. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah, absolutely. That's very true. Ubisoft made Black Hole Interactive, the studio which developed Heroes of Might and Magic 6, to go bankrupt. Yeah. But even their in-house developers go on mind-melting sprints all the time. Extremely overworked. Yeah, Heroes 6 was promising, 7 was trash. I didn't play either of them. I do have both of them, I think. I don't know if I have the last one, because it has expansions, and I don't think I have all of them. But I haven't played them. They will make them put in a game. Big fucking gun. I think that's what you mean. Twitch mods silently switch kernel to just talking. Exactly. This is why 99% of not balanced at release are still bugs, too many changes. Yeah, it's very difficult to balance the game, though. But it is also that, for sure. Balancing is complicated because any little change can mean the world. And, yeah, for sure, that's an aspect of it. Any games you're looking forward to in November or December? Maybe Empire of Sin. I am definitely looking forward to Empire of Sin. I didn't know it was coming out in December, but I am looking forward to it. And I will probably be playing it on the channel. We'll see about that. Heroes 6 has the best gameplay in the series period, and the story is amazing too. Sounds like a nice thing. Well, I guess that makes it the best. Because it's not that the story in the other ones was very good. I like the story in Heroes 5. It was goofy and it was predictable, but it was well voice acted and it was kind of fun. Excuse me?
What? You mean you're not part of the act? Huh. Sorry.
Heroes 3 has a better story, huh?
Heckler Garrett hired to spice up the shows.
Oh, so who are you exactly?
Either you need to get your eyes checked, or that fame is fleeting thing is true. And since I happen to be world famous, you must be going blind. Name's Hadrian. Bet you never saw a ghoul.
I think I'm gonna be able to hire him.
Of course, you don't exactly strike me as the worldly type.
Have I never seen a ghoul in a suit? I can't say that I have, but then again, I haven't been paying attention. So you perform stand-up comedy, huh?
Eesh, is my act that bad? Or are you just that dumb? Yeah, that's right. Got me a nice
Let's try out Hades.
contract with the management.
I don't have time for Hades, Azor. Especially because it is addictive. The political intrigue and restoration of Arathia campaign was amazing in Heroes 3. The other campaigns not so much. Yeah, but it's a very in Heroes 3 it's very it's not expensive writing, you know what I mean? It just doesn't there's very little room for the writing to stretch its legs. There's that quest to hire people for the casino gig. That's very true, yeah. It's a cool quest with lots of pop culture references that I absolutely miss all the time because I don't know pop culture. Harry is here, fortunately, to tell us all about it. Judging from the economic state of Freeside, they can't be paying you that much.
Okay, I admit it. I ain't exactly rowing in caps here, but what do you want? I'm under contract. I can't get out.
Well, Tommy Torini is hiring new acts at the Tops. I think you could make good money.
Too bad I got this ironclad contract with the Garretts. They'll never let me out of it.
And judging by what I have heard of the Garretts, yeah. Well, I could talk to Garrett and try to convince him to let you go.
Huh. Good luck.
Hey, Bumpy, how's it going? Welcome to the stream.
Son of a bitch. He's not likely to give up. Let me know if you make any headway.
How'd you get a bunch of Heroes of Might and Magic chat going on here? That's right, we were talking about bad companies, and then Ubisoft popped up, and about how they treat their workers. Which one is the best Heroes of Might and Magic, Bumpy? The 6th or the 7th? You played both. I have watched... I've probably watched more of the 7th than I have watched of the 6th. Did you finish the 6th on your channel? Heroes of Might... My God, Hom 7 is still the best, says Bumpy. So there you go. That's settled. Back Awful. I guess it's 7. It's 7. It's just Back Awful is saying that 6 has the best gameplay and the story is the best. Narayan is coming in with the hot takes. 7 is like they took Heroes 2 and made it worse. Ooh, I didn't play Heroes 2 though. I think I have it. Maybe. I don't know. I have 1. I think I played Heroes 1. I finished one quest. And then I said, okay, well, that's an old game, all right. Yeah, I don't think I played Heroes 2. You hire Adrian when standing near him while he performs at the Atomic Wrangler. He will make jokes depending on the player character's special. Ah, that's kind of funny. I'm gonna chill a bit, says Azor. No problem. Thank you for showing up. And some Peaky Blinders. Some Peaky Blinders. What is the Peaky Blinders? What is that? See you in a bit. Just like Heroes 3, except nice pixels. Or the 7. 7 was quite good. The bugs were unfortunate, says Bumpy. The bugs are saying the bugs are unfortunate. That is you must admit that you're definitely sort of, you know, trying to, you know, passing, you know, smooth the hurt. So far 5, 7, 3, 6, 2, 1, 4. Really, 4 is the last one. Oh my god. 4 was my first one. Although I didn't. It bugged out a lot and it kept crashing and I couldn't finish it because I'm terrible at the game. 7 didn't even have animated creatures. Well, I didn't mind that much. The animated creatures when reading their stats, I didn't mind that. Or rather, in fact, the animation style. But it was very obvious that they cut a lot of time out of in that. It wasn't it the game as well that all the cutscenes were static. That was really weird the first time. That sort of details doesn't really. That sort of details doesn't really bother me too much. 4 I have to play more before placing it properly. Yeah, 4 is just bad in apparently because apparently the fact that your heroes can die because they have to fight in the battlefield as well as so they can die with their army intact and you can have armies without heroes, which I like actually. It gives a little bit of freedom, but then the missions are not necessarily made for that because they're hard as crap. But also the fact that it doesn't have a grid is the terrible thing. And of course it doesn't have a grid. The higher-ups came in and looked at the game and said, "Ooh, ugly grid. Don't want. Ugh, what is this, chess?" And everybody was like, "Yes, it is chess. What are you talking about? Of course it is." And I was like, "Oh, no, make it action. Make it, it can't be action? Okay, at least take the grid away." And then they broke the game. That's how it works. That's actually people in the studio actually talked about it, and I'm not exaggerating a whole lot. He's named after Roman Emperor Publius Aelius Trajanus Adrianus Augustus or Hadrian. Why? Beats the hell out of me, says Harry. Maybe his name is part of the gig that makes fun of the Legion. Or it's just, they need to come up with names. I guess they would take 4 had a grid, but a weird grid. Did it have a grid? No. 4, you can move anywhere in pixels, and it just measured the distances, I think. Like, I'm talking about the combat screen. I'm pretty sure it didn't have a grid. Heroes 4 was amazing as a campaign. I enjoyed so much creating superheroes, but when being attacked by 1,000 creatures with range, they just died. Oh yeah, that was the issue, wasn't it, Narayan? You can make 2 heroes defeat infinite numbers of creatures in heroes. Yeah, there's like a whole lot of exploits. It's just, oh my god. There's a grid you can put on. Oh, you can toggle it. 4 had a small rectangular grid. Yeah, I don't remember exactly then. It's been a long while. Like I don't think I ever played it on my computer, let alone because I was probably 12 or 13 at the time. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, go on. Scram.
Don't need to be rude. Everybody's having a nice time. Look at this casino. Looks like a freaking funeral. Hello. Henry Jameson. Hey, I've heard of you.
Shove off. You're making my luck turn bad.
I think I've heard of you. Yes, that is the name. Of course I have. I'm here to talk about ending your employment with the Crimson Caravan Company.
Fuck no. No matter what that old
That's
bitch
why I've heard of him.
Lafferty says, my dad said I could be in charge of the New Vegas branch. Besides, I got into a little money trouble with the Omertas. If I quit the Crimson Caravan, how am I supposed to get the money to gamble?
So you don't have the Omertas' money yet. I'll let them know about that.
What? No, wait. Look, I just need time. Don't rat me out to them. You want me to quit the Crimson Caravan? Fine, I quit.
There we go.
You can tell McLafferty that she won't see my face again.
I barely seen your face ever, so let alone again.
You again. What do you want now?
What do you know about the Omertas?
One of the families that runs the strip. They're a pack of cheaters, but you still don't want to fuck with them.
But you steal. What do you mean, but you steal? They're a pack of cheaters, so you don't want to fuck with them. What brought you to New Vegas?
I wanted to be where the action is, so I got my dad to pull some strings and get me a cushy position with the Crimson Caravan. Everything was
They
great
refused to
until
move
the
forward
last
with the
came
story.
along. That old bitch is gonna hear about it from my dad. Just you wait.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I want to play the slots. I'm terrible at this, so I probably don't. Hi.
Hey.
Just saying hi. So I need to talk to McLafferty. Hi. Not McLafferty. Bill Ronte. Do I know you? Excuse me. Get that butt on that stool. And Francine Garrett. That's not her that I want to talk to, I think.
Hey, thanks for helping me out.
Oh, this is the other guy.
Being back and working really saved my life.
Yeah, that's the other guy that I saved.
All right, then. Goodbye.
His voice is definitely grating. Hey, Francine.
I hear Benny went missing. I can't help but wonder what happened to him.
I didn't have anything to do with that. I do know where he is, though, but anyway, what goods and services do you offer?
We've got liquor, chems, and whores aplenty. Pick your fix.
Whores aplenty. Sounds like a...
Our only rule is no sampling the merchandise. Caps
countrywide...
paid in advance. If you'd like to do a bit of gambling,
supermarket
we have an
chain.
exchange at the back of the casino on the left.
Yeah, I'd like to see what you have on tap.
Caps up front. We don't do tabs here.
I know what tabs are. Look at all that whiskey. 26. I can get all the whiskey I need. I don't need any, but sure. I'm looking for a little R&R. I think that's hookers. I don't, it's like...
Since you're new, I'll lay out the rules for you. The prostitutes here aren't slaves. They decide who they service. You best make a good first impression if you want what they have to offer. Rooms are just a few caps a night. Your choice of company is extra, assuming anyone's taken a liking to you.
That's, okay. Well, I like a room.
Just a few caps and it's yours.
It's 10 caps. That's not that bad. Huh. Sure.
Up the steps, last room on the left. If you leave the Wrangler, we'll assume you're checking out.
I might leave the Wrangler. I don't know. We'll find out. Do you have any work you need done around here?
I have some work I need handled. Back before we instituted the caps up front rule, we used to allow customers tabs. Well,
it's a good thing that I asked that thing
say,
before.
A few customers snuck out without paying their bills. We need someone to collect. The job would pay a percentage.
Will I have to shoot anyone? Cause I don't do that. I punch people. But, what kind of caps are we talking here?
If you bring all their debts back, we'll give you a cut of each. 25% is more than fair. It would add up to 150 caps if you bring them all in.
5 is 100, 7 is a 98. And 1 is like a 40. Brutal. I really didn't like 1. Says Bumpy. Hey, I'm doing all the work here. 50-50 and I'm game.
All right, 50-50 it is. But you better bring back all of the caps. If we hear you crossed us, the next bounty hunter will be coming for you.
Sounds good. As long as I don't have to kill anyone.
I'd prefer you not kill anyone with a debt. It's a bit difficult to collect on a corpse. Just get the caps from them. After that, I couldn't care less what happens.
It's terrible.
To
Yeah, it's a very old game, for sure. You've got yourself a deal?
Great. There are 3 people who need to be tracked down. A real mixed basket of fruits. Their names are Grex, Santiago, and Lady Jane.
I know Santiago, I think.
Santiago is a suave son of a bitch, but a total pansy when it comes to fisticuffs. He owes 212 caps and should be around Freeside as well.
What about Grex?
Grex is a bit cracked, but mostly harmless.
Master
Just
of
don't
magic.
mention anything about his lazy eye. He owes 138 caps and should still be around Freeside.
And what about Lady Jane?
Lady Jane fancies herself a high roller, but she's just another dirtbag NCR prospector. I'm not sure where to find her. I hear she's run goods for the followers of the Apocalypse in the past, but other locals might know more. She owes us 250 caps.
You recruited a grandma in Watch Dogs Legion earlier, says Bumpy. That's all for now.
Anything else you need?
The followers are looking to trade for supplies. She didn't do well. She didn't do well in melee.
Well, you're gonna need to speak with my brother,
boy.
James. He handles all of the trading contracts and general operations.
Yeah, I do need to talk to him about other things as well. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, I guess I'll be getting up. There we go, if you don't mind. So, this R&R business, I'm not really sure what's going to happen about that. But, let's look around a little bit. See what's up. Oh, very hard door is what is up. Oh, this is the thing. The place where you get some chips. I wouldn't mind getting some. There's some gamblers around here. Excuse me.
Pull up a stool and join the game, buddy.
I don't think I can do that. Can I do that? It's not really pulling up a stool, if you know what I mean, because it's like... I can't. Yeah, I must purchase the chips. I also don't need to pull the stool. Let's get ourselves some games. I know it's possible. I just don't... Hey. I just don't... I've never really done it very much.
Welcome to the Atomic Wrangler. Looking to exchange?
Yes, I'd like to exchange... actually, NCR money for chips.
How many chips would you like?
40.
Here's your chips. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Can I have more?
Here's your chips.
Okay. This is pretty good. Okay, goodbye.
Till next time.
Well, I guess we're playing some casino. This is a very, very side action that doesn't really matter. Playing some casino. I'm also very good at everything that is involved in this. I know the words.
Try your hand at blackjack.
I know the blackjack. So current bet is 1. I have chips of 160. Dealer must draw 16 and stand on all. I don't know what that means. And stand on all. Okay. So, deal. What in the world? So I can stay. Oh, I think I see what it is. No, I don't. Let's hit. 2. That's a good 1, isn't it? 7. Hit again. I lose 1 chip. Okay. Oh my god. Let's go. I think I my problem is not knowing the faces. Let's hit. And now I'm gonna stay. So I think 77, 2 is 2, and aces are 10? No, let's hit again. No, aces are 1. So right now we have 19, which is pretty good. I'm gonna stay. And we tied, I think? I don't know what we're doing here. So queen would be... Queen comes lowest, I think. So that would be 11, probably, with an 18. That's a pretty good hand. So we're going to stay. And I win. Okay, I know how to play blackjack. I'm just... good. Okay, so the queen... Oh, immediately... I scored a 21, I think. How did I score a 21? A king and an ace? No. What? Maybe he went bust or something. Because you can go bust, can't you? Yeah. So right now we have a king, which would be 11, 12, 13, plus a 9. Wait a minute. I'm staying anyway. Yeah, I'm winning. Okay. Good. That's... I don't mean fisticuffs. We got roulette.
Place your bets and give the wheel a spin.
This is one of the games, the only games that I've ever played. It's really straightforward. So, how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to bet on here. Wait, you can't? Oh, you need to place it like that. Okay, so place bet. Oh, it goes up there. Wait, increase bet. It's a different number. think. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Let's decrease. Oh, it's going up really high. Okay. What is the decrease? Decrease is the other button. Okay, let's go with 50 over here. No. Wait, what? Place the bet. Remove bet. Oh, I need to remove and then place it. There it is. And then we can place it over here as well. And now we can finish. Let's see what we roll. I'm betting really high, but I think I scored 100. No, I scored more. No, I lost 100. I'm very good at all the things. Very good. Okay, let's decrease the bet. Increase the bet up to 30. There we go. And then place the bet there. And place the bet here. And then finish it. Man, rolling a 1. I think I got some. And this is something. Did I get some? I only have 2 chips, so no, I didn't. How did I not? It was 21. Yeah, it should have second 20. Wait, what? What is second 12? Anyway, I lost that a lot, so anyway, that's me. Let's see. Let's play some slots. Let's see. Spin. It's doing a thing. I got 2 chips. How did I get 2 chips? I don't know, but they came out. Let's give it another thing. Ooh, tomatoes. I know my fruits. Okay. Okay. Ah, we almost got more tomatoes there. Ooh, the game crashed even. Yes. Maybe the game didn't crash, but it probably did. It wasn't the gaming crashing. Actually, yeah, the game definitely crashed. It was the computer. It's not the game's fault. It's my fault. I mean, it is definitely the game's fault, but it wasn't a normal crash. If I didn't have 2 computers working at the same time, it wouldn't have crashed. Second 12 is numbers 12 from 24. I don't know what happened there, actually. I don't know why I didn't get the second 12. According to a study I've seen, casinos make most of their profit from one-armed bandits. Crash no 100. Yeah, it's just that I didn't lose money. I don't know when I saved though, so that's a bit of a bummer. Because I hope there's probably an autosave. Ah! I have the chips. Good. Five chips. I think that multiplied my bet by 5. So, because it crashed, let's bet max. Oh, maximum is 40. Let's spin. I got a 7? Give me something here. We're going for broke. We got 80 chips. You know what? I think I'm good. 80 chips. Oh my god, we're winning big today. That crash was a godsend. We're definitely cashing in. So the most fun aspect of playing the roulette is actually when
give her a spin and win big.
Not really big. The most fun aspect of playing the roulette is when the dealer gives you the chips, and because they mix the chips up, and then you get your bits, and it's like, oh, look at all the money, and that's the best part. And I did that. I once went to a casino, and that was the one time I went to a casino, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna spend. I don't know how much I spent. I think it was like 20 bucks, 20 euros. I went up to the dealer, and then like the minimum chip buy was 10 euros. And I was like, give me 20, like I'm a rich person up in here getting 20. And then so I got 20 and I went up and spent a little while looking at the roulettes and all that, and it just went up. and I was like waiting
Place
for my
your bets and give the wheel a spin.
was waiting for my turn. It's not really my turn. It's was waiting for when people start placing bets, basically. And I placed my bet. I think you can place your bet while that thing is moving. He clicks a button, I think, that makes it so that that you can't place your bets. So I actually calls it. I think it says no more bets on the table. It's all very, you know, like official and stuff. Look at that. Look at that. Did you see what he did? I think that's what he did there. And then I placed my first bets, and I lost like... No. I think my first bets, I placed like $10, 10 euros on the table. And I placed it more or less what I did. I placed 5 on there and 5 on there. And it rolled one of those, and I got like 10 euros. I had 30 euros on hand, and I was like, okay, well, that's 20 euros to my pocket, and I pocketed 20 euros worth of chips, and then I played with the 10 euros, and I played it 3 times, and I lost all those 10 euros, and then I went back to the cashier, and I said, here are my 20 bucks worth of...
Right here. He's got an angel looking over his shoulder.
Oh, he's making jokes.
Order. Somebody told me the other day you were bright. I wasn't sure if you meant smart or radioactive.
Ah, Fallout jokes. Either way, I got my 20 bucks out, and I didn't lose money in that.
Sharp-eyed. He cuts himself every time he blinks.
Oh my god.
You look tough enough to drink a pint of glowing water. Why don't you do us all a favor and try it? Was that suit made to order? It was. And where were you at the time? Look at you.
I don't get it. I don't get anything. Either way, we played on the casino. We had fun. There's a gambler over here. I'm going to check his room. There's no room here. This is not a room. That gambler is just thinking about life and how he lost all of his money. Who else is around here? Go back to the save scum, Harry. Absolutely. Go back to the blackjack table and put max bets. You should stay at a 17 or above. JKQ are 10. A is 11. 1 A plus queen, ace plus J, and A plus king equals blackjack. Instant win. That's what happened then. The casino must stop at 17 or above. My luck is actually... I don't think my luck is bad. 7. I have 7 luck. I think I even increased it in the little implant thing. There's a prostitute in here. Excuse me.
Hmm?
You seem to have been mistreated a lot. Are you working?
Uh-huh.
Actually, I've changed my mind.
Huh?
You don't talk much, do you?
Good.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Look at him. Look at how broken he is. Why'd you do that? Somebody else did, maybe. Hi. Though these are the prostitutes up here. She's got a leopard skin thing. I have one of these, I think. Excuse me. Okay, well, they're all... I'll leave you.
Yeah, you do that.
I don't even... This is the weirdest... Stop it! What is wrong with you?
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
I'm all stirred up. Look at this. Excuse me. I'm just trying to talk to people around here. You know how it is. Y'all don't have anybody over here? Okay. She's a masseuse. That's a brilliant thing. 9 and 10 luck is ridiculous. Like, win 80% of blackjack games with an ace plus 10 face cards. I don't know what I was doing. That's the experience of going to a casino without knowing what you're doing, basically. I don't think we have anything over here. I just need to be careful that my mouse doesn't stray too far to the right. Those whores look like they can give you an STD just by looking at you. They got nothing that I don't have already. Well, I'm going to bed, says Back Awful. School tomorrow. Good night. See you later, Back Awful. Thank you for showing up. Have a good night. And stay safe at school. We got a lot of food back here. I need food.
Staying low.
A gecko kebab? Oh my god, look at all... Ramen steak and gecko kebab? I'm gonna sleep. Oh, gecko steak. And their sinks don't have radiation. This casino is the best. Excuse me, stealing your stuff. This casino is the best. I don't think I'm supposed to be back here. They don't have ice cream, though, so maybe not the best. It's just kind of good, maybe. Can I be here?
You better get out of here if you know what's good for you.
I know what's good for me.
All right, then. Goodbye.
Go away. Oh, hi. No, I didn't.
Did you know the strip's all...
Who opened this door? Look at this door. It wasn't me who opened that door. There's the toilets. Okay, so I stole all the food. So, you know, moving up in the world, I suppose. Opening all the stalls because... Oh, no. The stall... Well, they have bathtubs back here? Hi. Oh, my God. This is weird. They have bathtubs. That's not normal. Casinos with bathtubs. Anyway, where's your brother? I saw him over here. Your brother was over here. Excuse me.
I heard Benny sent his goons after you. You're one hell of a survivor to make it out of the tops alive.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool. Okay.
Bye.
I swear there was somebody over here. Oh, man. I'm staying safe at home, teaching online. Oh, that's good. James Garrett.
Some guys were in here earlier saying you survived Benny's goon squad. That's one hell of a feat, bud. Have a drink on me.
Whiskey, just it's Rose's favorite. It's fine. I'd like to get Hadrian out of his contract.
Now, why would I want to do that? His performances make me quite a lot of money.
That sounds terrible, says Harry. Well, it's not the right fit for this place, you know? You'll find better performers.
I suppose you've got a point. Plenty of Brahmin on the prairie and all that. Fine, I'll cut him loose. He's all yours.
Thank you very much. The followers need to find someone to trade with for supplies.
Really now? Well, this is news. We could possibly supply what they need, but they would need to supply us in kind. They have the tech know-how to make our stills work more efficiently. Pure alcohol means we can get our customers drunk quicker. Getting our customers drunk quicker means more caps spent at the tables and stuffing slots, if you know what I mean. Plus, the extra alcohol can...
That was a correct, if you know what I mean. Because of the, you know...
They've stitched up our boys in the
stuffing
past.
slots, if you know what I mean. I might be able to work something out.
Good. We can supply them with all the med-X they need. For the fixer, we'll only be able to send over some basic drug components. We're not in the business of getting people off drugs, so we don't really dabble in that side of things. The followers should be able to whip some up with what we have available, though. They just need to agree to fix up our stills and keep them maintained, plus cover the cost for raw materials needed to make the alcohol.
Do you have anything for sale?
Sure. Take a look.
It's all vodka and whiskey. How's business?
We ain't scraping to get by, if that's what you're asking.
I bet you're not. Do you have any work you need done?
We've got the basics covered, but now you mention it, we have had unusual requests from some of our wealthier customers. If you can recruit escorts to match these customers' proclivities, I'd be willing to pay you finder's fees.
I think I might have found some of these escorts before. What sort of proclivities are we talking about?
Our wealthiest client has a thing for ghouls and a thing for cowboys. He wants an escort who can satisfy both fetishes. Plenty of customers have said they'd be willing to pay extra for a suave talker, someone who can fake the boyfriend experience real good. And then there's these disgusting robot fetishists you may have heard about. Well, those creeps want a sex bot. If you ever run across a sex bot, not that I'd ever want one within 100 feet of me, but I gotta be a businessman about it.
I expect 100 caps minimum for each candidate I bring in.
Just don't rough up the merchandise before delivery. You break it, you bought it.
Surely these escorts are critical to your business. How about a double?
Okay, you got yourself a deal. Find escorts to fill the positions, and I'll pay double.
I'll see if I can run across any suitable candidates.
Just direct them to the Wrangler. I'll pay you when they show up.
I have no idea where they are. I could use some help with my reputation in Freeside.
For the right caps, I might be able to put in a good word. Or let people know you're not such a bad guy. What do you have in mind?
Never mind.
What do you need, then?
Any idea where I should look for the sex bot?
The best place to start would be with Ralph, at Mick and Ralph's, over on the east end of Freeside. Other than that, your guess is as good as mine.
Ralph, huh? Sure, sounds good. Goodbye.
Yep.
And now to...
Got my eye on you.
He said that to his boss.
Got my eye on you.
No, you said it to your boss, dude. You can't say it to me after that. You can't pretend that you're just confused. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is bad. That is just bad. Either way, we are gonna enjoy the room that is this the room? This is not the room. This is a room, but it is if I had to guess, this is the Garrett's room. Lost all my karma. That said, I think maybe there's nobody here. Nuka-Cola Victory. You can hear people in the background. Sunset Sarsaparilla. Some water. I'm kind of concerned that there might be people back here, but I think the people that we heard in the background are just they're not actual people. There's nobody on the minimap though, so we're gonna be fine. Curious. Let's actually stop sneaking. So nobody in the bathroom. What are these rooms? Is this just where personal foot locker? And a briefcase over here with a turpentine in it. Don't question it too much. I think it's random. Oh my god. It's just where they sleep, I think.
You'd better get out of here if you
Hi.
know what's good for you.
I know what's good for you. For me, for everybody. They didn't close the door behind. They also went back. It was a little bit confusing, but we don't think too hard on that. They went back to sleep very fast, is what I mean to say. And this looks different. A gun cabinet. Not gonna steal anything from here. Not gonna get anything from here either. Some 9mm rounds. And that's it. Yeah, this is just, you know, where do they live? It's just another bathroom. That reaction, Big Red Skeever. Welcome to the stream. So funny when it gets spooked by the game. Yeah, it's just you know how it is. I wish for a Fallout Dust Twitch stream. Arcade Ganon, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. Yeah, could be. Could be. Now, I'm trying to find my room where I sleep. Is it one of these rooms? I don't think it is, unless it's this one. It is! It's my bed! Well, let's have a sleep then. What are we looking at in terms of sleep? 338. That is good enough for 5 hours of sleep. And a little bit of food. Actually, I don't know how much food I'm gonna need, but I'm just gonna eat it. We got Ruby's casserole for days. That's why I'm so over encumbered. Let's eat the gecko steak. And the gecko... Oh, the gecko steak is, like, amazing. No, it isn't. The food is a real concern. There we go. And now, of course, we're gonna need some water. Whee!
I've got my eye on you.
I almost landed on you, dude. You have...
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
Just drink a little bit. Get out of here. There we go. Everybody's good. Or everybody's good. I don't know. Everything is good. Why did you change your tone? Unless it's somebody else, obviously. Hey.
Welcome to the Atomic Wrangler.
I like to exchange caps for chips. No, wait. the turn my chips in.
In what currency would you like your payout? Non-caps currencies will have fractions paid out in caps.
Of course, I want it in caps.
Caps it is. Will there be anything else?
285. Sounds good. Goodbye.
Bye.
I keep forgetting that I have money from other factions. The game really sort of points you in the direction of the caps anyway, because you go into the inventory, and it says up there caps. And it's like, that's all that matters. But it isn't. Oh, I need to talk to that other guy. Where's the bad jokes dude? Oh, there you are.
Any luck with Garrett yet?
Yeah, Garrett's agreed to let you out of your contract. You can go work at the Tops.
Really? You mean I'm finally out of this shithole?
I think that's 3 out of 4.
That's great. Thank you.
Well, goodbye. No more bad jokes.
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
Cass, did you know? Cass didn't know. Cass is she's befuddled. She's like, oh my god, the strip is all stirred up lately.
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
Oh, New Vegas. Did you get Johnny Guitar? No, I did not. I don't actually know where Johnny Guitar is. Oh, I think I know where it is. I don't know where he is, but I know the character. He has a guitar. He's next to a billboard somewhere. I don't remember where. So since we're here, we might as well go to the Kings.
Someone dead. Really dead.
Let's go to the Kings and get Rex. Something's got to give, and it's got to be Rex. If I can find my way around, obviously.
What's up?
Because it's mad. Is it through here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, this is the other door. That's the door. Oh, that's a weird thing. That door requires a key. It just takes us to a place that we have access to anyway. So... I don't know the notes. Oh, we have a radio as well.
The Wrangler tonight.
My god, I'm really happy that I'm not listening to Mr. New Vegas. Because while he's not as he's not as bad as Three Dog. Oh, I guess we're... No, okay. He's not as bad as Three Dog, but it's pretty bad.
Whoever did it is either crazy or
has. Did you hear someone managed to find their way through the chairman and flee the strip after being caught? That's bullshit. They're hiding out in Freeside. Everyone knows Mr. House doesn't talk to anyone. Did you hear someone manage to fight their way through the chairman and flee the strip after being caught? Wonder if they're hiding out in Freeside. Has balls the size of Freeside.
I think Rex is here with a king. Rex! Oh, right. You gotta think about people with hats. We're on the same side. Settle down.
Hey, man. What are you up to?
I really should not be wearing the hat that I'm wearing. Sheriff's hat. That's perception. I don't need perception. Rex. Okay, he's whimpering now. Would you like to come with me? He growls at Eddie's presence. You can have only one follower at a time. Eddie! I'm not... Well, I guess that explains why he didn't come with me. Hey, King. What's up?
Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, what can I do for you?
You still have a favor for me, but I have to go.
All right. I'll see you later.
We'll see you later as well.
Managed to fight their way through the chairman.
Then I'll make a cut there and be aggressive about it so I don't have to hear these guys talk about everything, because they talk about everything. Campsite near the El Dorado billboard to the southeast of the 188 trading post. Ooh, I was very close to there. I will go there. I will make it on purpose to go there. When I go back down there, because I need to go to that city. Are we heading to the mountain area? Not yet. Not yet, because I have other things. I need to check up on Cass's caravan. I don't know my way around here. I'll just pretend that I have the key for that door, because that door is dumb. And I will... There's still some things that I need to do. So the talent pool, I need 2 remaining. 2 entrepreneur... really? 2 remaining? I thought it was 3. I mean, I thought it was 4, and I have 3 already, because I have 3 already. So, recruit a real ghoul cowboy, a suave talker, and a sex bot. Are those actually marked on the map? Because I think I know where the ghoul cowboy is. They are indeed marked on the map. Well, I knew where the old ghoul cowboy is. So let's contract her. I think she... I remember...
Mick and Ralph's.
Oh, look! There's no kids running out after that rat today. Lucky day for the rat, or lucky night anyway. Hey, how's everybody? Just doing your thing. Hey, what's up? Hey, Beatrix.
Howdy.
So, you're interested in working for the Garretts?
They already have that pig McCaffrey working for them. Do they need another guard?
Oh, no. This would be an escort.
I've escorted my share of idiot tourists around Freeside. Too much trouble for what it pays.
No, when I say escort, I mean prostitute.
I'm all boot, knives, and leather, friend. And a ghoul besides. What kind of weirdo wants what I've got?
It turns out there are customers looking for someone just like you.
Weirdos into bullwhips and necrosis, huh? Doesn't sound half bad. What am I thinking? I'm no whore. And I ain't about to hand my ass over to some penny ante hustler like he owns me.
Ah, you'd be an independent with a deep discount on the booze, maybe.
They do have a damn good selection of hooch over at the Wrangler. If I get to choose my customers, if I get to be a little rough with them, if my cut is fair, and if I get that discount, that just might work. Tell the Garretts I'll stop by to work out terms.
I think you do get to choose your customers. About the rest, I'm not so sure, but I guess we'll find out.
Later.
Later, indeed. Might as well talk to... Joanne? What was her name? Laura Bailey, either way. I don't remember what her name was. The people that don't get up... The people that don't get down either. Those guys are bugged to hell and back.
Hey.
Arcade Cannon is back there. Bill Ronte is back here. So it just goes between the casino and here. I wonder if she lives in one of those buildings. I don't remember her name. Yeah, she's not here. Yeah, it's just she must live in one of these buildings. Either that, or I need to get in and out because of the Freeside mod, which is pretty good. It's a little bit buggy, but we can make do. I don't see anybody yet. Just the doctors going around. And local. The name of that person is local. Oh, there you are. Hey, Julie.
One of my aides said you got into the Lucky 38. If you see someone by the name of Emily near there, we would like you to work for us.
Yes, she talked to me. I still have to do that. That's a good call, actually. I think I found someone who will be able to cover your supplies.
That's phenomenal. Who did you find?
The Garrett twins?
They supply Freeside with drugs and liquor. From my point of view, they're just better organized pushers. Upgrading their stills would increase their supply of liquor and chems. How does that help Freeside?
Well, you get your chems and can help anyone who gets addicted.
True, we could help addicts, but the cycle of addiction, recovery, and relapse would remain.
Well, I mean, with a surplus of supplies, you could use your caps to influence and influence to expand.
Good point. We wouldn't be paying anything for their supplies, just a portion of our food waste to make ethanol. We get food from nearby wasteland farmers in exchange for medical services, so we could put our caps back into helping Freeside. Tell the Garretts we'll keep their stills running if they provide us with supplies. Thank you for arranging this. You've been a godsend.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll see you later. Have a good night. Let's go, Cass. Little flower over there. Okay, so that solves that quest. But we still have... So who else needs a sex bot and a suave talker? I wonder where... I mean, they're all in here. We do need to go to Mick and Raph's, so let's go there. And maybe somewhere around there that the suave talker is. Drackwell, welcome to the stream. Fallout Classic. Classic Fallout, maybe? Fallout Classic? What do you mean Fallout Classic? There's some enemies.
Don't need this right now.
Oh my god. What weapon does she have? Don't need this right now, she says.
Whoa!
What's going on? Who are the enemies? Oh. It's a Freeside thug over here. Come here. I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah.
Wow, they're tough. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's bloody mess for you. Ooh, the sheriff's hat is in better condition. I don't know why he was afraid, but then again, I know why he was afraid. So, we can have the sheriff's hat. Wait. Didn't I take it?
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king said
Reverse is classic Fallout, yes.
said to give you this.
Thanks. I was just trying to figure out the hat situation. What have I done with my hat? I don't know what happened to the... Did you notice? Oh. Oh, it's bugged. That's what that is. That's why it was weird. It's weird. Anyway, we're good. I think it might be because Rex didn't like it or something. Either way, Mick and Raph. Oh, they're probably closed at this time of night. I mean, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Hey. Oh, got a lot of people in here. Excuse me, Raph?
Hey, thanks for getting Bill Ronte fixed up. I was really getting sick of paying for water. Now, what can I do for you?
Oh, it's fine. Would you happen to know where I can find a sex bot? It's
Are you some kind of machine fetishist or something?
No, it's the Garretts are looking to satisfy certain customers.
Well, the only place I know of locally would be Cerulean Robotics. But that place has been overrun by vermin for years. If you want to check the place out, you can find it on the west side of Freeside. The entrance is on the back side of the building. Just watch out for thugs. The rats aren't the only vermin you need to worry about.
Nah, don't worry. I've just killed one outside. It's fine. Is there a holotape or anything I'll need for the sex robot? Oh, sorry.
I don't know of any, but if you give me a few days and some caps, I think I could probably make one on my terminal.
Raph, I've been directing a lot of business your direction. Call it a favor?
All right. Come back in a couple days, and I should have it ready for you.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping in.
Absolutely. So that was not the suave talker. He closed this shop. That was the sex robot. I wonder where I can get the suave talker. Either way, couple days. Very simple, very straightforward. I think. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen here. Because I might starve to death. Possibility. I do have a lot of Ruby's casserole, so all I really need is water. And of course to sleep. Yeah. It's fine. We don't need water. H2O is just yellow. You should have go to get the sex bot yourself. No, but he has a holotape thing. Like, there's something going on with the holotape, so I'm just I died. I believe I have perished.
Caravan of 2 now.
Right.
Sure could use a drink.
I can't.
How's it going?
You can say that again. You can say that again, because I think I died of dehydration. Look at this. Water. Ah, there we go. Much better now. What a great death. Died waiting for a dude to fix a sex spot. That was really weird. The game really shouldn't allow you to do that. It's just it's a little bit dumb. You should just, you know, wake up and be like, "You're too thirsty. Drink, you dummy." And also, I think I have things that I can drink or I can eat in my inventory that would fix my thirst. And now I'm also hungry. That's not an issue. Hunger. I have a lot of I stole a bunch of food from the casino, but I have a lot of Ruby's casserole. I'm not sure where we are at. Oh, yeah. I'm also a little bit on the sleepy side of things because we did just...
Careful if we go off the road.
Don't worry. Because we did just spend two days looking at a sink. Excuse me.
I heard about some things you've done around town. Nice to know someone is helping out for a change.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Thanks for stopping in.
It's your brother, I think, or boyfriend. I don't know. Excuse me. Where is he? Oh, hi.
Man, Jacob's absinthe is phenomenal stuff. I don't think I've slept this well in ages. If you haven't tried it yet, he's been supplying the Wrangler with the stuff.
Odmund.
So, what can I get you?
Death Cricket. It's a raid. Eric B. Rolling, thank you for hosting and for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. Trent Broggy, welcome to the stream. Actually, I can read that. Death Cricket, that's how it... Did I pronounce it properly? I don't know. But FS19 Farmer Jim, welcome to the stream as well. I am gonna go on a sex bot mission. So, is the holotape ready?
Yep, here you go. You'll need to use a terminal to upload the data to the robot.
Ah, then thank you.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah. Sonic Cry Guy, welcome to the stream. On the whiskey topic, an interesting fact, Seagram's had an interesting model for their whiskeys. They let their top brands, Seven Crowns, VO, and a bunch of others, compete directly against one another, each with their own individual management, sales, and distributions. Eric B. Rolling, thank you for the host, and welcome to the stream.
Come on!
Oh, no. Oh, hi. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to punch you now. You're now dead. Oh my god, that was good job. Did they kill each other? I'm not sure. Because they were fighting each other, weren't they? Oh, they killed a king. Oh well. I'll take their stuff, because that's my style. You go, little giant rat. The kids are never gonna catch you. Also, they're not out here. Did you just punch the crowbar out of that dude's hand? Yes, that happens. I'm not sure why, but it does. It does happen. And the moment he gets unarmed, he's out of there. That guy's throwing up over that car. That was quite the yeet you gave him. Yeah, it was. Sloth the Unlucky. Welcome to the stream. It's That was a yeet. Yeet is the actual word that Mick and Raph crier. Saronix, welcome to the stream. But was that a Mick and Raph crier? I think it was for the Atomic Wrangler. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, the little kid though. Yeah, it was the little kid. I think we're supposed to go over there. How did I miss this before? Because I came around. Oh, I see why I missed it. It's just a door on a broken down building. The Cerulean Robotic, or Cerulean. He pronounced it Cerulean, but I believe it's Cerulean. Okay, well, Cass, Eddie, if you guys see a sex robot, just holler. Got a lot of ammo over here. Sunset Sarsaparilla as well. Can't say no to that. And a broken computer. You got little rats. I don't think the little rats are gonna attack us. I wonder though, because look at them. They're acting like the coyotes, and don't attack immediately. I don't need to bother about them because the moment they attack, I think they're all over though. The moment they attack our companions, just open fire. Oh, hi. Yes, as I was saying, the moment they attack, our companions open fire. There's a Protecton over here and a Protectron programming interface. Okay. Let's see. Old Shutterhand fits the Western theme. One Punch Man. I'm doing an unarmed build, and definitely I can kill things with one punch. Although not without the Power Fist. I have a Power Fist. I'm just not using it because it's sort of broken right now. There should be a skill book here. Keep our eyes open. Thank you for the heads up. I mean, I missed this game. It's been a good long time, a while since I played this. I'm having a blast right now. I have a bunch of mods installed for restored content and for graphics as well, and I'm having a lot of fun. Whereabouts are you? So, I'm sort of not focusing too hard on the side quests because I'm doing a Let's Play at the same time. So, like, I'm streaming right now, but I'm also recording a Let's Play that I put up on YouTube. But I'm following the main quest. I am at the point of the main quest where I talked to Mr. House, and he wants me to help everybody. So I'm just sort of focusing right now on both Veronica and Cass and doing their quests. I just got Cass with me right now, and I'm gonna check out her caravan that got destroyed, and I'm also doing a quest for the Crimson Caravan. But I already messed around with the Brotherhood of Steel, so I'm also doing that. So right now, the situation is mostly following Veronica's quest line and helping the Brotherhood of Steel. Old Shutterhand was the main character in the series of Western books by Carl May. That's Harry with the knowledge. I don't know anything. I'm bad. So we can run diagnostic routine. All systems nominal, which means working. Upload programming routine. I can program the sexbot routine, or I can upload Raph's sexbot routine. Let's program it ourselves. It worked. So I got a spare. Oh, hi. Fisto is the name of the sexbot.
Fully integrated security technotronic officer active and reporting for duty.
That's a mouthful. No pun intended. Let's shorten that to Fisto.
Yes, sir. Fisto reporting for duty. Please assume the position.
The position? I suppose I should test you out before I hand you to the Garretts.
Servos active. Operation complete. Thank you for your business.
I can't feel my legs.
Numbness will subside in several minutes. Awaiting further orders.
Report to the Atomic Wrangler. James Garrett is your new owner.
Yes, sir.
What a well-behaved robot. So he's a little bit sideways. I think he's interested in the rats. Are the rats going to be a problem? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. He also made it sound as if I have trouble wiping my posterior because he had to apply the driller. It's like that sounded like it had just stone in there or something. And then just had... There's a lot of Protectrons around here, though. I wonder if they're all sex robots. Thank you for your business, yeah. It's so good that we don't have visuals. It's just the good old Fade to Black. Oh, we also have a quest terminal access card over here. It's probably for that as well. No, would it be for that? Because that didn't really require access. It was just we just went in there. These rats, they be messing with me. Don't shoot me! Oh, hi. Oh, I think they might have shot me, but it was the rat who was biting at my nips. Nipping at my no, wait, how do you say that? I have freaking power armor on. They were... Oh, steam gauge assembly. It's nothing. Yeah, the thing is big. Looks like a bazooka, but it is not a bazooka. In fact, it is a thing for things. Oh, there's... What's this sound? Oh, it's this little guy. Hello. Oh my god, there's another one. You heartless monsters. So I have an empty... I think I have an empty... I got something out of that I shouldn't have. And I really... empty syringe? I don't know. I don't know what I got. Empty Nuka-Cola bottle. That's the one. Another Protectron. Plastic skeletons. And a television. A non-broken television, in fact. Wow. That's very rare. Oh, inaccessible. No, well, I disagree, honestly. Then this is back to the beginning. Okay, well, we're feeling fresh and... Excuse me.
Lucky what we have here, ladies. Another unsuspecting Ponce.
You don't know...
Had enough?
All right.
Someone's looking to cash their chips early.
I can't even hit anybody. Oh my god, the brutality. So, Irate Ida. Rancorous Ruth. I like the names. They came at me with a rolling pin. A pre-war spring outfit. Yeah, I don't really need that. I mean, they're looking very, very prim, but prim is probably not the word. You know, smart. All right. I thought they were coming for the sex robot, but no, they just died. Okay, well, let's see if we can hire ourselves the suave boyfriend type. I'm not really sure what the heck a boyfriend type is. Boyfriend type. That is like... That's a weird thing. What do you mean, boyfriend type? What? Well, let's find out. Skill book. Freaking hell. My man. I'll go back. I'll go back. We don't need to include the skill book in the Let's Play, unless it's like a really good skill book, although probably is not the unarmed, because that's the only... Well, it's not the only one that I... Don't worry about it. So why did I miss the skill book? Maybe because it's next to a plastic skeleton, and I was feeling too upset to notice the skill book. Maybe it's one of these. Oh, there it is. Lying congressional style. It's actually pretty decent. Thank you. It blends. It does. Let's see. +4 speech. It's pretty good. Thank you very much. All the Sunset Sarsaparilla that's lying around is empty as per usual. Nope. I need to remember that every time you leave an interior cell, come to the outside, the light in your lamp, the light in your lantern goes out for reasons. Man, that is a difficult book to spot. Even on a second playthrough, if you found it the first time around, if you don't specifically try to remember that it's there, you're it's easy to forget. So I'm thinking the suave talker is in the north side of the strip. Or maybe not. Excuse me, are you the boyfriend type? Who's the boyfriend type? Oh, this dude over here. Hey, stop freaking bodyguards.
Hello again.
Oh, it's this guy. I remember you. Yeah, would you like to work for the Garretts?
I'm retired, but life has been a bit dull without some kind of action. What's the job?
James Garrett needs a real boyfriend experience for more discerning patrons.
Ah, I get you. So you think because of my
Take
past
the other
escort
guy.
Work, I'd
I don't
be
remember the
interested
other
in
guy.
that kind of thing. I got out of that work because it just
I'll
made
be
me
on the
feel
lookout for that
empty
big red
inside.
skipper. Thank you.
What makes you think I would ever go back to that degradation?
Ah, never mind then.
All right.
Goodbye.
Yep.
If you don't want to, I suppose you don't. But the thing is, there is another marker. Yeah. So he was the boyfriend type, but why? Who else was there? Well, there was a guy here in the Gun Runners, wasn't there? This is a cool loading screen. Wait, what? What in the freaking hell? So not in the Gun Runners. I assume in Freeside. I need skill checks for sure. We'll pass them, don't worry about it. So there's 3 quest markers here. One of them is right here. Hey. Who could it be? Hi. Excuse me. Santiago, of course. I don't think I talked to him yet, but I remember his name.
How are you today? Santiago is fabulous.
I agree. You also owe the Garretts a bunch of caps.
Santiago does not owe anyone. Santiago is a Freeside VIP.
VIP. The Garrett said nothing about VIP status.
Yes, indeed. Santiago is very important. I have a discount at Mick and Ralph's. Perhaps you could use Santiago's discount. For 50 caps, Santiago will tell you the super secret code word to get a discount with Mick.
I like the, I go back and edit his voice so it's not obnoxiously deep and weird. All I need to do is go to the equalizer, and on the bass, on the lower frequency side of things, I just lower it. Because I don't know who, this is a modded voice. But whoever did the voice editing just cranked the bass up, and I go, what are you trying to do? You're not fooling anybody. This person doesn't sound deep. You're just making everybody that is not playing the game on a phone to have a bad experience. That's a terrible things. Terrible, whatever, the sound editing is the word. Francine warned me that you're a smooth talker.
Indeed. Santiago is a poet among pretenders. If you are here to collect for the Garretts, Santiago is debt-free.
I'd rather not kill you, but Francine put a bounty on your head.
I didn't think she was upset enough to have me killed. Here are the caps I owe. I do the Santiago Act to get out of paying for services every once in a while. I didn't think it could possibly get me killed.
Yeah. Also, James Garrett is looking for a suave escort. Interested in some work?
I'm honored that they would consider me. I'll start immediately.
Yeah, you keep that act up, mate.
Goodbye.
He's getting out of here. That was, the sequence of events there was a little bit suspicious. Not suspicious, but I guess it was a little bit weird. But he's as eager to start working. He's going the wrong direction, but we're good. Let's go to the Atomic Wrangler. Thank you for the tip, Big Red Skipper. Again. Is everybody alive right now?
Weapon needs.
Make a brief stop at the Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the tables
There's talk of someone going into the Lucky 38 to talk to Mr. House.
I am definitely going to look at 38, but it's still stop you talking over me. Hey, where's Garrett? I mean, the other Garrett. Dang it, you guys. It's gotta be easy because the quest marker points me directly to where we're supposed to go. It's upstairs.
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
They always say that. I don't get it. Why did you went for the voice replacer mod? It's not that great in my opinion. Because Jung told me to go with. That was the only reason. That was the only reason. I think I need to go into this door that they don't want me in. If we're fast enough... Of course this guy's sleeping. If we're fast enough, nobody's gonna mind.
You'd better get out of here if you know what's good for you. I'm hearing good things about you, friend. You hear about that band of crazy old ladies, right?
There was... I heard the band of crazy old ladies. I don't like that he's... Why is he sleeping? It's 9:30. Original Santiago is fabulous.
Hello?
Why is he sleeping? Did he come down here already? There you go.
So Benny went MIA, huh? I always figured him for a coward.
Yeah. So, I found the sex bot that you're looking for.
You did? Ha, damn! I've been looking for one of those for years. For my customers, I mean, I'm not into that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, it's a good shit. I'd like to discuss payment though. This wasn't a cakewalk.
Hey, I'm amazed you even found the thing in the first place.
Yeah, I know, Big Red.
Here is double for your trouble. Those freaky fetishists ought to be satisfied now.
Fisto is already programmed to respond to your commands.
It is? It will? My God, imagine the possibilities. It didn't happen to come with an owner's manual, did it? Ah, forget it. Trial and error should do it.
Sure. I spoke with Julie Farkas. She says the followers will accept your offer.
Hey, that's great. We'll get some supplies sent over today as a show of good faith. Once our stills are upgraded, we'll never be short on liquor for our patrons. If Jacob Hoff is sober, we might even have a few new drinks on tap. Most might view us as drug-dealing enablers around here. But honestly, we care about our patrons. It's bad business for people to get addicted. We've got enough crime in Freeside without a bunch of strung-out junkies robbing traders and gamblers to afford their next fix.
You wanted a smooth talker for an escort? I found one. Two, actually, but one of them didn't want to join.
And who would that be?
Santiago.
That honey-mouthed son of a bitch? Fine. At least let to shut up occasionally. Those pretty lips of his are gonna see more traffic than a Brahmin trail in low summer.
Sounds good. Okay, I actually found an escort who's a ghoul and a cowboy.
Imagine that.
Cowgirl,
What's
actually.
his name and when's he start?
I said cowgirl. I probably should have gone with cowgirl. Her name's Beatrix, and she can start immediately.
A she, huh? Well, I guess the customer who made that request can't get everything he wants. Hell, who knows? He might not even
Did she spawn back there?
Looks like
I think she spawned back there.
roster of new ass to sell. Good work. Enjoy the bonus.
Thank you. I am pretty sure that's her over there. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. Wang Dang Atomic Tango is the name of the quest.
Yep.
I'm now liked in Freeside. Enough news of your good works has been passed around that people like you. Well, Beatrix, what'll it be?
Howdy.
Oh, look what's she doing with her hand. I could be in the market for something a little unusual.
Then you'll need to get a room first, sweetie. You're gonna want the privacy.
I think it just fades to black if you do that. Goodbye.
Bye.
We're gonna want the privacy. Unless that was the unusual thing. Either way. Cass, I'm sorry you have to come with me through all this nonsense. I'm just trying to get to your caravan and you're here having to deal with things. I just wanted Rex to join me. And, yeah. Okay, so back to our quests. The talent pool. Yeah, that's gonna have to wait a little bit. Oh, we could do the debt collector thing. I mean, it can't be that far away, can it? It doesn't look like it is. Let's find out. Kingsman Barbecue up here, or Kingman's Barbecue. Which one is it? Kingman's Barbecue. That's the one. Could be Kingsman's Barbecue. Wait, is it back there again? That can't be. No, it isn't. It needs to go. I need to go through another passage. I'm getting a little bit sleepy though, so that's a bit of a bummer. But I do need to go to the tops soon. We'll find out. We'll find how things go. Oh. So the,
There you are.
What?
Gonna fix this bitch.
What are you doing, Cass? Who's it? Oh, there you go. Where's Eddie? Why didn't Eddie oh my god. Why didn't Eddie tell me... Just don't shoot me. Tell me that they were here. Either way. Yeah, it was, oh. That's her. That's her. The deader. She's running away. Hi.
Hello. Lovely to meet you.
Yes, apart from all the shooting, who are you?
I haven't the time to speak to commoners such as yourself.
Goodbye.
Bye.
But I...
Hello.
Mashed the E key immediately. I was hired by the Garrots to track you down.
In that case, I suppose you're here to collect. I apologize, but I simply do not have enough caps on me to cover the debt. If someone were to recover my caravan from that cave, I could easily pay in full, but who would bother with such a mess?
Perhaps there's something else of value that you could put towards the debt? Nah, I could retrieve the caps from your caravan.
But what about the ROUSs?
The rodents of unusual size. I don't believe they exist.
Oh, I assure you, sir, they are very real and very large. Please do be careful. I will be returning to California to start anew. If anything is left of the caravan, please keep it as a show of thanks for your kindness. It is so rare to meet good, friendly people in the wastes. Here is the last location of the caravan. Good luck.
Well, well, well. What are we getting ourselves into? Trading caravan gossip or something. Oh my god, it's all the way over there. Brockflower Cave. Well, it can't hurt. I mean, it can absolutely hurt to go down there. Let's go to Good Springs and have a nap on our way south, because we're sort of feeling the weight of us waiting for days and days and days. Oh man, I'm not a fan of missions that require you to just wait 2 days. They have been happening recently, and I just don't like that, because it literally it doesn't like what. It's not a good thing. Some enemies over there, but we don't pay attention to that. I do have Eddie, yes. So I don't know how much I need to wait. 4:49. That would be 7. Location of my favorite weapon in the game, says Big Red Skeever. That sounds like a lovely time then. Okay, now we're a little bit. Still haven't slept everything. Let's just sleep another hour. We're a little bit thirsty. Jumping sideways is the best thing. Bethesda games and their bugs. And we have a sink that isn't radioactive precisely for that. Speaking of radioactiveness, we're also a little bit on the hungry side, I would say. And for that, I have Ruby's Casserole. I also have Weapon Repair Kit that I will be using. Let's see. Ruby's Casserole. Let's just take that. Also, Eddie, come here. I need the... No, not that. I need the thing that increases my repairs. If I can find it, obviously. Merc Grunt Outfit. And the reason for that is because I need to repair my weapon. So, I don't know if that changes anything. Oh, well, it's above the threshold, so that's good. Now, back to my body, to my metal, what's it called? Power armor, that's the word. I know the name of the most famous aspect of Fallout. And let's find that place then. Favorite after the All-American? The All-American I have already, I think. Or maybe I sold it. There's some enemies down there.
Feels good not to have to drag a Brahmin train across the Mojave.
I'm sure it does. Oh, it's the Legion are fighting them.
Come on.
What is it? Oh, it's dogs. Oh, it's Night Stalkers. Oh, this is bad. That Legionnaire is dead. Okay. These guys are poisonous or venomous. Cass has died. Yeah. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. Let's be a little bit more proactive there. Let's actually re-record that because we don't need to show the dying. How much soundtrack is going? The moon is out. The enemies are down there. And the Legion is around.
As long as we got the ammo. And whiskey.
We have only one bottle of whiskey.
Fool!
What's going on? Oh, it's Night Stalkers. Oh, that is good. Okay. Oh, where are you going? I think we did it. Wow, that Legionnaire. Okay, the Legionnaire stayed alive. Okay, these guys don't really have anything. I mean, they do have. Night Stalker eggs are good. The blood is not. The tail doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, these eggs are pretty decent. I mean, it's not like it matters all that much, but still. Where's our objective? It's the Brock Flower Cave. I don't see any Brock Flowers. There's a friendly over here. It might be a bird. I see Brock Flowers. Oh, it's a cow. Potentially. Might still be a bird. I mean, the cows are dead. Well, it's a good thing we know what this area is supposed to be, because finding this hollowed out rock over here... Oh, there's the friendly. Finding this by ourselves, we wouldn't know what the cows are for. Excuse me.
Hey there.
You're just going around? Looking badass? I mean, fair enough. As long as it's not Deathclaws, you know? As long as it's not Deathclaws trying to kill us, we'll be good. There aren't a lot of Brock Flowers around, though. What is it? Oh, it's rat scorpions. Oh, that's fine. We have found the Brock Flower Cave. Or so the game tells me. Because I mostly just found the Brock Flowers. Not so much the cave. Although, to be fair, the prospector and the cows sort of threw me for a loop. Is this good water? It's not good water. Don't touch it. Where's the cave? Is it up here?
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
It is up here. It's actually a pretty cool entrance. There's also some enemies. But we're okay with that. Oh, my light was on. Wild Wasteland. There's blood. I don't know what it is. It might be anything. Maybe it's the whole dungeon. I think it might be the whole dungeon. Because I don't remember this particular mission. I heard a rat. Or somebody laughing anyway. That's the same sound, as we all know. I don't remember this particular mission from my first playthrough. And I didn't play with Wild Wasteland. You can see the edge of the map. There's radiation up ahead. There's rats.
Don't need this right now.
Hey, don't shoot me. Oh, hi. Okay. So these are rodents of unusual size, all right. This one is stuck.
You're just in time for your ass whipping.
Mm-hmm.
Let's kick this in gear.
I punch it in gear. There's a lot of radiation in here. I don't want to kill you, Cass, but at this rate, you're gonna get killed. Because you keep yourself... Why do you... Like, I understand Veronica, because she punches people. You? I don't. As long as Eddie doesn't get himself into trouble again. I really don't remember this. But maybe I just... There's another one. What? There's more? No. A single punch is almost enough to kill them. I think I need to go up there. Sending that tire.
Don't need this right now.
Are you fighting again?
Let's paint this place red.
It's pretty green right now. Really, I'm having trouble finding how to get up there. It looks like it would be over on the other side of this. I'm getting stuck. Yeah, it is from there. But how do you get to there? Just taking large amounts of radiation for no real reason. Well, I mean, the reason is that that happened. The reason is that I don't know where we're going. Okay. Let's get out of there, because I think that's a dead end. Maybe it's the way we fall. If you want to go up there, go back to the start. Thank you, and take the right path. Thank you very much. See if this is a better path up there. Oh, it still goes down. It's a lot of radiation. I mean, not radiation, but things that you'd think give off a lot of radiation. Milk bottles, without the milk, though. And Jane's Brahmin, with 276 caps. Well, there it is. We have completed our objective. There really isn't much else over here. Apart from these little rats. That is... Oh, no, there's more. There's also an enemy in here. Is this where they lived? Excuse me. Hi. Come here.
Let's get this in gear.
We have ourselves a Programmer's Digest. A big still, as far as I can tell. A lot of tin cans. I mean... There's a lot of junk on the floor. Ooh, doctor's bag. Flamer fuel that we have zero need for. Blood bag is a nice thing. I think we can do some things with the surgical tubing and that. And a rat slayer, which is very much a unique weapon. It is a 22 LR, which means it's relatively common. That's the normal hunting rifle ammo, I think. So pretty good weapon there. A lot of drugs and today's physician, as well as Programmer's Digest. What is this? Radiation suit? Yeah, I don't need that. I do need the Sunset Sarsaparilla though, and a lovely wrench over there that I would definitely be taking because those wrenches look amazing. Ooh, and also a duffel bag, but it is empty. They look amazing, but we don't need them in the post-apocalypse, even though we definitely would need them. Anyway, let's get out of here. Our mission is done. So this weapon, I remember using it for a little while. I don't think it has any special effect. Unique vermin rifle. Oh, vermin rifle, that's the one. I don't think it has any special effect. I found it, but I don't know that... I don't know why it's Wild Wasteland. What aspect of this was Wild Wasteland? The fact that they're called ridiculously oversized rodents or something? Mr. Harry says they are super powerful. Yeah, Mr. Harry says that, yes, that is the reason. Okay, that's cool. But its crits are super powerful. Okay. That explains it. I think I did use it, but then I found another sniper rifle somewhere down here that was a little bit better, and I decided to go with it. Or maybe something happened, I don't know. So I guess it's time to go back to the Wrangler. Of course, we're outside. Do I need to sleep? No. I might need to drink. We should be able... should get water in the Wrangler. I don't need to drink.
I swear, Dixon's hooch is killing me.
Dixon's hooch is killing me, said that guy. Wait! I just got robbed. What happened? Who robbed me? No, I didn't get robbed. I mean, I want a funny thing. The rodents of unusual size are named in reference to William Goodman's novel and film The Princess Bride. In the film and novel, rodents of unusual size, of Rose for short, attack the protagonists. Like Fallout's rats, Rose are extremely large and dangerous. Okay, I see. Maybe I got robbed over there or something. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen again, though. What happened? Just get robbed. Okay, well, I guess I can take that.
Hi.
Yep. It's a bug. It's clearly a bug.
Come to the Silver Rush for all your energy weapon needs.
Now into the Atomic Wrangler. And of course we need him to be down here. No, is it her? Wait, is it the Atomic Wrangler that I need to go to? It is not. I need to collect from Grex. Actually, I forgot. It's not here. I needed another collector. Well, I mean to collect. It doesn't allow me to talk properly for the edit and the Let's Play and all that. Actually, before we go to the Atomic Wrangler, I have another debtor that needs to be collected from. Does that even make sense? I don't know. I'm gonna wrangle him a little bit. That makes a little bit more sense. Excuse me. I remember you.
Hey, man. Can you spare a few caps?
I think I remember him. Maybe. Collecting money to pay back the Garretts?
Oh, yeah. I guess the Garretts sent you after me. Look, I've got the caps right here. Just don't hurt me.
You don't cheat the Garrets and walk away. Cough up the rest, or you're bait. Sorry, rat bait.
Okay, here. That's everything I've got except the clothes on my back. I'm sorry about this.
They do look like full-out red scorpions. They're pretty big. Heh. That'll do. Mess with the Garrets again, and you're dead.
I won't. Thanks for not killing me.
I suppose. Well, I suppose. Now back to the Wrangler. I didn't want to take money from him more than I needed to. I haven't done that in the Let's Play before, so.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
Allowed by whom, I wonder? Probably by the Brotherhood of Steel, because they do have some.
Wanna get lucky? Head on down to
some things. I did. No, I do. I got enough money for him, from him. Or did I forget?
You must have some serious brass to fight off Benny's goons. Bravo.
I did. It was pretty good. Hey, Francine.
Some gamblers came in saying they'd seen you enter the Lucky 38. I don't know of any other living person who's been in there.
Sure, you said that before. I think I have all the debts collected.
I don't care how you handled those lumps of human refuse, but you got the job done.
Yeah, but I think he wasn't giving me all the money, and that's why I went with that speech check.
McCaffrey stole a ton of caps and ran off to Vegas. I guess the fact that we farmed out his usual work to you pissed him off. No one steals from the Garrett twins. If you can kill that bastard and bring back as much as you can, you'll be paid very well.
But he didn't give me all the money, though. I thought. Yeah, I got confused. Maybe I got confused. If I see McCaffrey and on the strip, I'll be sure to take care of him.
Good. Just stop on back when he's dead, and you'll be rewarded handsomely. Bring his hat as proof of the kill.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to you later.
Absolutely. Cass, we're gonna get to your caravan pretty soon. Let's just go to the strip. Actually, we can just fast travel because we've been to the strip already. He's at Gamora. We haven't been at Gamora yet. You read them right. You read that originally as if he sees McCaffrey strip. No, maybe not. I mean, you know how the game is. Wait, there used to be dancers over here. And now there's you. Hello.
Huh. So the Garrett sent you to track me down? What a joke.
I'm here to collect McCaffrey. No one crosses the Garrett twins.
I'd rather not waste the ammo, kid. But if you insist, draw.
I don't draw. I faint. Well, I mean... There we go. He had money. And also his hat. Was it a different hat? I don't think so. We got a charisma pants. There we go. I'll also put his leg up there. Excuse me. There we go. A little bit tidier. You know how it is. Maybe the whole body. Definitely not gruesome. Absolutely fine. Lovely. Let's go back. He punched his arm off. I absolutely... Yeah, that's just how it works. That's how it works with my character. Everything gets destroyed. The plot for Damnation Alley. Military guys in a bunker witness a nuclear war that destroys everything. They get their super armored vehicle and go to Las Vegas to see if the city survived. On the road, they encounter rat roaches, cannibals, ghouls, and rat scorpions. Sounds like a lovely afternoon. That's where I need to go. So I'm gonna go again, says Bumpy. Thank you for showing up. Have a good night.
We've got it all.
Good luck with my therapy. I have no therapy. There's... Oh my god. There's everybody throwing up. That's just how it goes. Green vomit as well. Excuse me.
I hear you've been making a name for yourself on the strip. Don't forget about the Wrangler if you make it big.
That is the yeah. I took care of McCaffrey.
Yes! Where's his hat?
Oh, right, here.
This is great news. No one screws with the Garrett twins and gets away with it. I need to find a place on the wall for this. And for your reward,
there we
here's
go.
150
Lovely time.
caps. I trust there were also some valuables on McCaffrey. Also, we would like to set you up with a room. You can have the corner room, rent-free. It was McCaffrey's. Now that he's dead, we're happy to let you use it. Thanks for helping us.
Yay! Now I have a room.
You already own the corner room. You don't need to rent another.
Yeah, nice.
Bye.
Bye. And now, if we want something different, like Beatrix, then we don't even have to pay for the room. Although I'm pretty sure we have to pay for Beatrix though, because she has other clients to deal with. Well, that's the Atomic Wrangler. So now, finally, I can focus on Cass. And we're gonna... There's more people running away.
I don't doubt the Atomic Wrangler.
I got pretty lucky. That was pretty good, actually.
Hungry?
So, we're gonna be out there. We're gonna be... That's the exit, I think. Yeah, I don't know why people are running away, but it's fine. I think that's the debtor lady. Maybe she's running out of the town? Because if she's leaving town, that's pretty funny. She is Lady Jane.
I have nothing more to give.
Your safety
Leave me be.
guaranteed.
Is she gonna run across the wasteland? Or is she gonna disappear? Because she probably should disappear. Nah, she disappears. Okay. Yeah, because seeing her run across the wasteland would be hilarious. But because we completed her quest, she can disappear. She doesn't... She said she was gonna leave anyway. So we do have to focus on Cassidy's caravan. But we're gonna do that next stream, which is gonna be in 2 days' time. My back. My back. It's gonna be in 2 days' time, so thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time. That was an eclectic set of quests that we did. That was very varied. And, yeah. See you next stream, everybody. Thank you for showing up. Have a good night. Bye-bye.